Let's cut through the noise. This investigation was only going to be a 10-minute video, but the more I dug, the more information I got. And this is one of the investigations I've really enjoyed. It's not about someone new, it's about someone I've been following for the last 5 years. There's a Dubai lawsuit being pushed by Rory Conacher. I call him Conacher. I call him Conacher. Oh, continue. An error occurred. Wonder what's gone wrong there. That's all right. Rumble and LinkedIn are no longer going to be hearing from me today. Popped up on my screen. Anyway, as I was saying, Conacher, Conacher, Con comes to mind when I think of Rory. People are being told this, there is a chance to recover their money from HyperVerse related schemes. And if you don't know me, HyperVerse was where I did my apprenticeship. Some dear friend I haven't heard from for about 4 years decided to contact me, realizing that we rented our house and we couldn't find a new place to rent. And he rang me up and he told me that if I come along with him to a meeting on Wednesday, he would introduce me to an opportunity where I could afford to buy my own house. And I said, what is the name of the opportunity? He wouldn't tell me because he said if he did, I wouldn't turn up. So he finished up telling me, and it was HyperVerse. So I got right into busting scams about 5 years ago, and HyperVerse was the one that I did my apprenticeship on. So Rory has been an advocate promoter of HyperVerse, and now he wants to be everyone's savior. And this is where the story gets really interesting. So stick with me. So if you're one of the people that believe that Rory Conacher is capable of running a lawsuit or putting one together to help you recover your funds from HyperVerse or any other related scheme, and if you're one of those people, you need to stop right now and listen up to what I'm about to tell you, because I'm going to prove to you 100% that Rory is just lining his own pockets, working on his own agenda, and there's no such thing as a lawsuit in Dubai or a class action lawsuit or any lawyer that he claims exists. Because what you're about to see is what happens when you actually test the story instead of just believing it. Now, you guys probably didn't get yourself into HyperVerse probably because you researched it. I'm pretty sure you didn't. In fact, what you did, you trusted somebody. All these scams and Ponzi schemes that I go after are all about trust. And so where I'm coming from isn't into, I'm not coming into this blind. I know I'm like a tuned instrument when it comes to Rory, and I'm a tuned instrument when it comes to HyperVerse, and I'm a tuned instrument when it comes to what a class action lawsuit actually is. And what you've been preached to is not a class action lawsuit, and I'll show you. I've been following Rory for over 5 years. I've watched him firsthand. I've seen the Zoom meetings. Where do I put this? Here? Hold up. My assistant has just come in now. Put that work? Good. There we go. All right. I've been following Rory for over 5 years. I've watched him firsthand. I've seen the Zoom meetings, the pictures, the way these opportunities are presented and sold. I know the pattern. I know the tactics. And I'll say this. If there's anyone out there who understands how Rory operates better than me, I'll eat my hat. Now, I remember seeing a rocket scientist actually sitting there and eating his hat one day, so I don't have a hat, just saying, just in case I have to. But if there is anyone out who knows Rory better than I do, I'll eat my hat. Maybe one exception to that rule. His cousin, who has been already publicly exposing him in the past, and I've done blog after blog about Rory. So when I look at this Dubai lawsuit, I'm not guessing. It's not recognizing something I'm recognizing something I've seen before. I didn't take it on face value. I looked at an email. I contacted the lawyer. I tried to encourage a meeting. We checked the address. We reviewed how the UAE legal system actually works. And we dug into the firm behind it. And when you line it all up, it doesn't stack up. No case number, no filing, no named advocate. And that's important that you understand what an advocate is, because I'll explain that as we go forward, who can actually appear in court. So there's no named advocate that can actually appear in court. And there's a reason for that, which I will explain. And a law firm that the deeper you look becomes the harder to verify, not easier. Now, normally when you start researching, you get into everything, the picture becomes clearer. In this case, nothing. We got crickets. That's not one issue. That's a pattern. And it's a pattern I've seen over and over again when people who've already been burnt are offering a way to get people's money back. People who have already been burnt are offering a way to get people's money back. Doesn't quite make sense, that. I don't know why, but I'm going to make sure my computer makes that sound better.
And it's a pattern I've seen over and over again when people who've already been burned are offered a way to get their money back.
Yeah, it's recovery scams I'm talking about. So this isn't about drama. It's not about opinions. It's about evidence. We have the receipts, because if you're trusting Rory Conacher to recover your money, then you need to ask yourself a very simple question. Where is the proof? There's no proof, all right? If you don't want to watch this video to the end, he's got nothing. There's no proof of any lawsuit. We're going to go through everything step by step. And by the end of this, you will see exactly why this so-called lawsuit doesn't hold up. And if it was real, you wouldn't have to go looking this hard to prove it. So let's get into this. I've actually, first of all, let me tell you about this story, this picture. I always like to tell people about my pictures because I'm always impressed. Now, this picture didn't come out quite like I wanted originally, so I actually got two pictures and spliced them together. So, as you can see, Rory is standing at a counter. Oh, and I can't even say the name right. What's that name there? Mazda City, which is the place that the lawyer actually resides in, theoretically. And here's Rory. He's decided to go from South Africa, even though Rory is now bankrupt because his company's been put into liquidation by his beautiful cousin, who's actually forced him into liquidation. And that was the same company that instigated this whole concept about a lawsuit. So get this, Rory has been liquidated. And I've got the documents in the blog that you can watch. And now you've got Rory with no money, trying to make money online, has traveled to Dubai to meet the lawyer. And he's in the foyer. And who does he meet in the foyer? Well, it's me, Danny, to heck. And he's holding legal documents, which aren't legal documents, and he's holding a roll of toilet paper. And you know why? Because Rory is talking a whole lot of shit. And he needs to carry around toilet paper with him. So that was my idea. And we'll prove more as we go on. So let's have a look at this. First of all, we've got a lot of evidence, so we're going to use everything we've got. First of all, I'm going to read, it's hard to take any lawsuit claim seriously when there's no case number, no court filings, and no lawyer named who can actually appear in the court. So you need to be a special type of lawyer to actually go into the courtroom in the UAE where Rory is claiming this is all going to happen. So as I said, I started at the start, Rory Conacher is back. Remember, he's been silent. And once again, he's presented himself as a solution to a problem that has already cost people millions of dollars. Now, HyperVerse is a $1.9 billion scam. Now, if you want my opinion, it's actually a $4 billion scam because 55% of the money that went into HyperVerse actually went back to the people that were promoting it because they set up this 20 account structure thing. And if you feeded somebody in there, you would get I think it was 52, but maybe we'll say 55% of the money back. And you could use your HU dollars to set up new memberships within HyperVerse. So literally, there is a recording that I have of Rory taking $50,000 from an individual, and that individual put that money into Rory's bank account. And then Rory used his free HU dollars to create a new account. And then even going by this message that we got, he never actually even gave that to the individual. And I was on a live meeting of Rory's and this guy's going, I never got my HyperVerse account number. I put the money directly into your bank account. That's called money laundering. So anyway, so I've watched these dirty tactics from Rory. I know he's not an honest, abiding citizen. He hasn't learnt from his ways. Now, I know that because HyperVerse changed its name. It used to be called HyperCapital, HyperFund, HyperVerse, HyperNation, Hypercosmos, Hyper One was way at the end. Thanks, honey. You got this. And there's a whole list of hypers out there. It's a hyper shit, to be really blunt. They haven't come up with that one yet. But Rory was not only promoting HyperVerse, he didn't learn his lessons there, he was also promoting VidiLook. He was also promoting VAV. And all those videos have been deleted off his YouTube channel where he's trying to scrub himself from the internet. So this guy hasn't learned from his lessons. He's been trying to trade his way out of it. Now, I'll tell you one other thing while I'm on my high horse, while I'm on my soapbox. Last time he claimed that he was going to help people get their money back from HyperVerse, he actually built a community. And he said he would never try selling them anything from, within that community. Well, after he built that community, he tried to get them into StepChain. StepChain was a fitness app where it was claiming that it was going to give away $1 million worth of tokens a month. The people behind that were, they don't want anything to do with them anymore, ironically. Isn't that funny? And the same guy that theoretically owned that company tried calling me dirty names to, when I started coming after him because they were associated with Rory Conacher. So what I'm getting at here is he's using the idea of helping people get their money back so that he can build a community so that he can pitch them another opportunity down the road. And this is all like fishing. He's luring people into false hope. So there's no way you can get your money back from HyperVerse, and I don't even believe Sam Lee has anything to do with the money. I actually believe Ryan Jew holds the purse strings on that one. Even though America charged Sam Lee in connection to the $1.9 billion scam HyperVerse. And they did that because they were trying to encourage Australia, because Sam Lee's an Australian citizen now living in Dubai, to actually charge Sam Lee in connection to HyperVerse, which has never happened. No Australian has been charged in connection to HyperVerse, even though Rory is now claiming that Sam Lee has all the money. Now, if Sam Lee has $1.9 billion worth of money, why is he looking like a washed-up scammer in Dubai if you go find him on his YouTube channel? Just saying. Anyway, let's get back on track. In recent YouTube shorts, he has been promoting what he describes as a recovery effort tied to HyperVerse, HyperFun, and the wider network of schemes linked to Sam Lee that he promoted. On the 18th of March 2026, he sent out an email encouraging people to act immediately. What lawyer tells people to act immediately? Anyway, you had to act immediately, claiming that lawyers had been appointed and that victims needed to join his group to be part of the action. At first glance, it sounds promising, but when you slow down and actually examine what's been presented, the story begins to unravel quickly. Now, these are two videos which I'm actually quite surprised that they are still online, because these are actually coming directly off Rory Conacher's website. But we've got to play them so you can see. So the first thing you're going to see is Rory telling you that, I'm not lying, I've got a piece of paper, and he's thrown it in the ear here. And we're going to tell you all about that in a minute. So let's see if I can get this to play. We'll put this at the start. And this is where this whole investigation actually started.
Hi all, it's Rory Conacher here, and it's 2026. For those people that thought that we weren't going ahead with the Dubai legal process, well, here I'm attaching this confirmation of the attorney that's been appointed, and it's been a very, very long process to get to this point, particularly even with engaging with regulators. So for those that made that decision to want to get their money back and to get truth and justice, thank you for your support, and look out for further communication.
Right, so that was disgusting when you know his history, and it was also disgusting to know that he'd been, his company had been liquidated. I don't think his company had actually, and I think his company had already been liquidated, so there was no stopping him. He's been liquidated, and he's still doing the same old thing. So let's have a look at the second video, and this one here has actually been generated in AI. Not that that's a bad thing, but he's put it out in multiple languages because he's helping everyone around the world with a class action lawsuit. And he's not a lawyer. He's not qualified to do anything other than scam you. So let's have a listen.
We have a member group of more than 12,000 people who are seeking truth, justice, and a chance to get our money back. Sam Lee and the Hypertech Group operate in Dubai. As a matter of urgency, this matter is going to court in Dubai. If names such as Sam Lee, Ryan Jew, Hypertech, HyperVerse, VidiLook, StableDAO, and Venn sound familiar, you need to click on the link below and register. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for updates and like and share.
Right. So don't subscribe. Oh, that's funny. Don't subscribe to the YouTube channel because you'll get newsletters and all sorts of things about new opportunities that are coming out. And I said that way at the start before he even presented a new opportunity to people, and it's absolutely disgusting. So the email that set the tone. Now, I just have to say hello to all the Avengers in the chat room. Hello, Miss Danny. What have I called Miss Danny for? What's this? I hope everyone's having a good night. You guys and girls. It's good to see the chat rooms. And hello, Velvet. Nice to see you here. And I don't know, I think everybody's actually followed even Richard's in here. Good on you guys. Thanks very much for being here. Absolutely lovely to see you. So what we've got is an email that set the tone. The language used in Rory's email is not neutral. It is not measured. It is not what you would expect from a structured legal process. So everything that we're going to show you in the next few minutes is actually like a staircase. And when you get to the top, you can jump off if you don't believe it's true. But we have gone through every step along everything that he said, and this is 100% should convince anyone in their normal frame of mind that Rory is full of shit. We've got the research, we've got the receipts, but his own letter is the first step. So it's built on pressure. Phrases like action required now and warnings that receipts are already 2 weeks behind are designed to trigger urgency, fear of missing out, they call it. The message pushed people into WhatsApp and Telegram groups and makes it clear if they don't onboard, they will effectively be excluded. That's not how legitimate legal processes operate. Real legal action does not rely on fear of missing out. It relies on documentation, process, and verifiable facts. Instead, what we are given is a funnel, one that directs vulnerable victims into controlled communication channels away from independent verification. Now, I've gone into those very groups, and so have a lot of my Avengers. We've actually managed to scrape out 202 phone numbers of people that have gone into those WhatsApp group. So any lawyer or any legal action that tells people to set themselves up in a WhatsApp group is actually giving away your privacy. Now, we've used those numbers, and last night I texted 80 people who had iMessage, and I told them about this video because I want them to watch this video and realize that we are your best friends, and Rory is trying to scam you, and I will never ask you for any money or donation if you don't want to what we are doing, but we're here to help you. Now, this email, have a look at this email. We've got it here. You can click on it. You can read it for yourself. It's pretty good. Action required now. Pressure, fear of missing out. If you are seeing this message for the first time, you are 2 weeks behind. Join the groups now. Now, literally, I have recently been fighting a large-scale Ponzi scheme and scam, and I've been chatting to a lawyer who is amazing, and he wants to go after the lawyers that went after me. And I said, I'd love that. He's sent me an official message today saying, I cannot communicate with you on WhatsApp. We need to do everything via email from now on. So I'm going, okay, I'm going to do that. Now, anyone in their right mind that tells you to discuss legal, it tells you to join WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups to discuss, what do they call it? What do they call it? Trying to get your money back? Recovery. I call it recovery scams. It's lying because that's not how real lawyers operate. But anyway, here's the letter. You can actually download it. It tells you all sorts of stuff about this company called PSP Legal has been appointed to represent our victims in the case against Hypertech Group, which is the first Hypertech. It used to be called Hypertech Group, and then it went to Hyperfund, HyperVerse, HyperNation, Hypercosmos, and Hibernation. I forget them all now. I used to say them every day. Oh, here we go. Look, here they are. Hyper Series. Hyper One, Hyper Community, Hyper Capital. I missed Hyper Capital maybe. Hyper Cosmo, Hyper Diversal. Forgot that one. Stable DAO, Video. Look, these are all the things. Now, just put this in perspective here, guys. Rory Conacher, we believed he had 40 people on the phones telling people to sign up for HyperVerse. He set himself up a company, an investment company, and he went out there and told people that he's he was offering what they call hedge fund sort of style investments. And that company has been liquidated by the South African courts just a few weeks ago. Here is a whole list of Ponzi schemes and scams that Rory had been promoting since day one. Why didn't he learn his lesson with HyperVerse? And why did he keep going from one scam, rebrand, next scam, rebrand, next scam? And then why did he, when HyperVerse was basically done and dusted, which was actually Diversal, then Sam Lee jumped into Hyper One. Sam Lee disappeared for 8 months, and then he turned up and he started up Hyper One. I thought it was a joke at the time, didn't really look into it, but it was Sam Lee. And then he went from Hyper One to Stable Deo, Stable Opinion. VidiLook was We Are All Satoshi, which is still going today, what's rebranded as Affiliate Marketing 3.0. VAV, which was a scam where if you put in $150, you were able to withdraw your principal within 24 hours. And then 5 days later, they said if you put in $750, you would be able to withdraw your $750 principal in 24 hours, and you would be left $750 on the platform to do something with. They didn't know what. And then it went to $1,500. Basically, from day one, a few people could actually withdraw their $150 within 24 hours. And then they released stage 2 and stage 3, and people keep chucking their money in, but no one was able to withdraw their money. Rory did a big video about how people should get involved in this VAV thing. And I remember that quite, but he's deleted the video, and unfortunately I didn't even get a copy of it. But Vend stood for VidiLook 2, I think it was. No, was it? No, Vend, it means VidiLook would never end. HyperBC, HyperX, all these names. This is what Rory's continuously promoted. He should have stopped way at the start. And I'm getting off track a little bit here, but here's all the other things where you can join these groups. If you want to join these groups, please do join these groups and cause havoc. If you've got a WhatsApp group, you can join these groups and then share the link to this blog and let people know what's going on. I'm trying to click on the right area there. So there's the link to the blog now. Anyway, so that was the newsletter. And then in here, you've got the PSP Legal Consultancy. And you can even see that their email address is psplegal@pm.me. And then their website address is pslegal.ae. And if you go to their website, you can email them on info@psplegal.ae. And I've sent them a right of reply email, and I haven't got anything back as of yet. However, other people have also done right of reply emails and have got correspondence back, and we'll show you that in a few minutes. But basically, you can go through here and you can see everything that Rory has been promoting to date. He's telling you that you can click on here and download all the different versions of one of those videos I just showed you. And here he is down here, and subscribe for updates. What he wants you to do is subscribe. He's building a community, and he's going to re-scam you all over again. A leopard does not change their spot. So that's what you can do. So action required. So what's missing matters more than what's said. Roy's email makes bold claims. It names PSP Legal. It references a supposed appointment. I hope I can read this right today. It's lists a long string of entries connected to HyperVerse system, but the fundamentals are missing. There's no case number. There's no court filings. There's no signed legal mandate, and no named advocate with rights of what's that word? Audience in the UAE. So you need to have the right type of person to be able to put a claim in the UAE courts. As far as I'm aware, that's what that audience thing means. So you need to have an advocate who has the right to speak in a UAE court. I'm pretty sure I've got that right. I may be wrong. Do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm Danny the Heck. I live in New Zealand, and I love exposing Rory over and over again, but everyone keeps believing him. I don't know why. Maybe you could put that in the comments. And without those elements, there is no actual proof that a legal action exists. And this is what it's all about. Now, it should be pretty easy to prove that you have a legal action rather than saying to people, trust me, bro. Right. Instead, victims are told to trust the process because the process has been shown before the process has even been shown to exist. So we've got no proof of nothing. And also, one thing I haven't mentioned in this blog, he's been saying that everything's ready to go for the last 12 months. He keeps on saying to people, you give me $15 before this date because we're going to shut off the date. And then he moves it a month and he moves it another month. And we're 12 months into this whole class action lawsuit. And we were watching how much money was going on to his crypto wallet address. And we could see how much money had been donated by people. He got up to about 5,000. And then he had this big problem where he realized that nobody wanted to pay with crypto. Even though they got scammed with crypto, apparently the people that got scammed with crypto were struggling to give him money because we exposed that he'd only received $5,000 so far. And any lawyer in their right mind you couldn't fart in a jam jar for $5,000. And then he said that he was trying to get a payment gateway ready to take the $15 of people. And that was his big dilemma. So more delays, more promises, more, it just kept going back and back and back. That's what I'm trying to say. A real lawyer leaves a trail, not a blank page. So what did we do? Well, we've done pretty well on this one, guys. We tried to verify the lawyer. And this is where this is a crack up. And I could have made a 10-minute video and just told you the lawyer's not real, but it's more fun actually going down every rabbit hole and trying to find the missing lawyer. Because Rory provided the name and the location of the solicitor. The next step was pretty obvious for the Avengers. A formal request was sent asking basic questions any legitimate firm should be able to answer. These were not aggressive or unusual, just standard stuff. They were standard due diligence. I should just read the words. The kind any client should feel comfortable asking before engaging a legal representative. The response we were given was revealing. Rather than providing the requested details, PSP Legal confirmed they had been appointed and insisted the matter was genuine. Trust me, bro. but declined to disclose specific registration information, lawyer details, or evidence of filed proceedings. The justification given was confidentiality. In other words, we're real, but we won't prove it. That is not how trust is built in legal matters. It is how doubt is created. But the questions didn't stop there, so we looked at the firm itself. So first of all, let me show you the formal request. So this was the letter. Now we've actually hidden the Avenger from detail, but you can come through here, and basically this letter, I might just give it a quick read. We'll just go down to that part. Sometimes these don't read, and I think that was meant to go to there. Let's have a listen and see if it works.
We write in relation to your query and understand that due to misinformation...
hold it. Excuse me. So let's start down the bottom here. So this is, let me get this sequence right. Right. So X self-employed, email address, phone number, has actually written this email to see whether Rory's using their services.
Good day, PSP. I am wanting to confirm your PSP legal practice has actually and indeed been appointed as legal representative on the fraud charges against Sam Lee and presented by Rory Conacher.
Right, so pretty standard stuff, really, you'd expect to ask. So let's have a listen and see what they said back.
We write in relation to your query and understand that due to misinformation in the public domain, you may have concerns as to whether the legal group action is genuine. We confirm that PSP Legal has been appointed by iClickit to represent victims of hypergroup crypto frauds, and this is not a scam. Due to the nature of this case, the misinformation, confidentiality, privacy and security reasons, we will not be disclosing information to non-clients or unauthenticated third parties about specific registration of PSP Legal and its lawyers, or any other information beyond what is detailed on our website. We do, however, confirm that PSP Legal and our lawyers operate in full compliance with all applicable laws and professional regulations. PSP Legal or its lawyers would not be licensed to operate in the UAE if they were not able to meet the stringent requirements for legal practice. Any participation in the victim group is voluntary and subject to onboarding procedures and checks, which entail KYC. In due course, a process to onboard and undertake KYC for the group legal action will be sent out by iClickit. PSP Legal is finalizing the process and requirements with iClickit. iClickit will then send an update communication outlining the process. PSP Legal.
Yeah, so just imagine, anyone put a 7 in the chat room if you know any lawyer that wants KYC details. Anyway, that's what they're asking for. And basically, it's nothing here. We can't tell you nothing, but we can tell you that we are doing something, but we can't tell you what we're doing. Right. So then it got a bit more better down here. So our friend here has rewritten more correspondence, and they've asked some more basic questions, which are very basic questions. I'll just see if we can actually, I don't know if this is going to work. It's been naughty already. Let's see. Thank you for your correspondence regarding the matters referenced in your letter 28th of January. Before proceeding further, I would appreciate if you could kindly provide the following verification process. Okay, so first thing, we've got the full legal name and registered entity of the UA trade license number, including the, what's that word? Issuing authority. So they wanted to find out, what I'm going to have to read it, what the filed in Dubai.
Legal name of the registered entity and UAE trade license number, including the issuing authority, for example, Dubai Legal Affairs Department or other relevant body.
Which is standard practice for anyone providing legal services in Dubai, so I've been led to believe.
Confirmation of your rights of audience in UAE courts, or details of the advocate, S. You're instructing for litigation 3. Details of any filed legal proceedings, including jurisdiction, court, and case reference number, if applicable 4. Clarification on the mandate under which you are acting, including confirmation of appointment by the victim group referenced in your letter 5. Your professional registration details in the UK, including regulatory body and registration number.
Oh, some good simple questions for a good honest lawyer to answer, eh?
Given the seriousness of the matter and the number of affected parties referenced, I trust you will understand the need for full transparency before any further engagement.
We look forward to your response. So the response was, this second inquiry has been addressed in our response to your first inquiry. Boom! Excellent. So shut up, go away, leave me alone, and stop asking me awkward questions is basically what that was says. So that was us trying to verify the lawyer via email, but we didn't stop there. The website, now this is where it's really cool. We're going to open the website if it's still going. Now, I'm going to repeat myself here. Oh, 1 minute. Oh, there it goes. Whoa, that looks good. Oh, there it goes. Empowering visionaries with legal precision. A precision instrument. Book a consultation. Let's click on the book a consultation. And there you go. You got phone number. Now, would you believe this company theoretically has a team of lawyers? Where are they? And did you know that you can ring up the lawyer and speak directly to her? So the lady who has a team of lawyers working on this class action lawsuit has a cell phone number and you can talk directly. So did we ring her up? We certainly did. Did we record it? We certainly did. But let me show you this brilliant website first. So this website, which I believe is a templated website, and I'm sure Steve would be able to go to this website, who's in the chat room now, and see if we can find the actual template of this website while we're speaking, because I know he loves doing stuff like this. Hope there's no customers in the shop. So what does this lawyer do? Well, she does crypto, fintech related innovations, financial services, dispute resolution, medicine and healthcare, what do they call it? Media and music businesses, influencers, and digital talents. Now, to my opinion, this here looks like a templated website to me, and it looks like that they've put every opportunity to appeal to some lawyer who might buy this template, and they just decided to leave all the services available. And when you click on one of them, you get these pretty pictures. There's a Bitcoin, comes down here, our approach. Normally we find those words where they haven't updated the words, but what would you expect to see from a lawyer's website? Wouldn't you want to see people? Wouldn't you want to know about previous cases that they've done? Wouldn't you want to hear that of the last class action lawsuit that they've done? There's a whole array of stuff, but you have a field day in there. We went through the privacy terms and conditions. They've even got a legal notice, which I haven't looked at yet. Let's have a look at this. Professional regulations of our lawyers. The firm is subject to UAE laws. So they're claiming they're a UAE company. And once again, they've got their phone numbers. And they've even told us, more importantly, where they're located. So guess where this is going, guys. So let's have a look at their website. I'm going to read some of this because I'm a bit flustered.
As part of this investigation, we looked into PSP Legal itself, and what we found only adds to the concerns. Using historical tools like the Wayback Machine, there is no meaningful track record of the website, suggesting it may be recently created or only recently made visible. For a firm claiming decades of experience and international work, that absence is difficult to ignore. The website itself is polished, but the content is broad, generic, and lacking substance. It claims to cover everything from crypto and fintech to media, healthcare, and international litigation, yet provides no case studies, no client references, and no verifiable examples of legal work. Even its litigation section focuses on strategic oversight rather than clearly demonstrating court representation or filed proceedings.
So 25 years ago, obviously we went to their website and found nothing. If you get a brand new website, after about 3 months, it appears in the search results. Now, there was another, we did actually see another, and we might as well persevere with that. Let's have a look. We've got his email, and I'm going to do something I shouldn't do while I'm live because things go wrong. But there was another email address, wasn't there? And I don't even think it's hers. I think it's part of a free email address. Oh, I don't know if I can find it now. Oh, yes, it is. There it is. All right, 1 minute, please, caller. I'm just going to have a look at that. PM's not the info. That's Proton Mail. So I was just looking at that email address, and that's what I see there. So what I'm getting at here, my domain name, deheck.com, has been registered since 2021. So I've had that domain name for 25 years. So I've been in the IT industry for 25 years. I'm telling everybody, and I'm the best IT guy in the world. What is the first thing you can do? You can go to my domain name, put it into Wayback Machine, or if you go to archive.org, you put it in there, and boom, here comes my very first website that I designed. And I used to own a company called New Zealand's Information Network. And this was one of the first websites that I pointed my domain name to. And you can go there and you can find out. You can go to the About Us section. Let's go to Contact Us. Oh, Danny's Diary. And this is what actually made me famous on the internet, because if you don't know, I'm dyslexic. And I used to travel around New Zealand and put my dates of travel in here where my customers could actually book me, knowing I was on their way, because I used to hitchhike around New Zealand selling one-page websites to people with a scanner, digital camera, and I used to copy word for word their brochures and put it on the internet. And that was how I started up my business. This little business here turned into $500,000 worth of turnover in 2004 was the turnover I made. And I took home $275,000 in 1 year. That's what you can do as you're an entrepreneur on the internet. But what I'm getting at here, I'm not showing off. What I'm telling you is you can find my history. And if I said that I've been doing IT stuff for 25 years, then you could, Steve, remember that domain name, scripts.co.nz? I thought that was the best name ever. But you can find out a lot of information by going back, to the archives and finding out, different things and all that. Look, I'm even going back here. I'm getting distracted here. But my point is, we went back to that website and we tried to find some sort of historical stuff, and there was nothing. So I don't know if I read this. I don't think I did. As part of the investigation, we looked at the PSP Legal itself. We found that we have found it only adds to the confusion. I don't know if I did read that, but I think I am going to read
Using
it again.
historical tools like the Wayback Machine, there is no meaningful track record of the website, suggesting it may be recently.
I'll read this paragraph.
The website itself is polished, but the content is broad, generic, and lacking substance. It claims to cover everything from crypto and fintech to media, healthcare, and international litigation, yet provides no case studies, no client references, and no verifiable examples of legal work. Even its litigation section focuses on strategic oversight rather than clearly demonstrating court representation or filed proceedings.
So the lawyer that's helping me with something else, I checked him out. I went to his LinkedIn profile, and I'm literally watching him be interviewed by CNN and other news agencies. I can watch video clips. I can see him doing what he does, and I'm going, wow, this guy's real cool. And that gives volumes. This lawyer, nothing. Nothing. But we do have her on recording, which is going to be quite fun.
It also describes itself as a founder-led advisory practice, with all mandates handled by a single individual. That raises a simple question: how is a supposedly large, multi-party international recovery effort being managed without any visible legal team, partners, or named advocates?
No one is on that website. I went to a website today, funny enough. I can't remember what it was. It was on my LinkedIn page. And, if I went legal, I might find it. No, Legally Blonde. No, but, what I'm getting at is, when you go to a normal lawyer's page, you can actually click on the lawyers, visit their LinkedIn page and read through their whole history and find out whether they've got 5,000 followers or 5, and then you can get some credibility out of their LinkedIn profile. But not in this case. This lady doesn't exist. And here's the part that is hardest to ignore, which I've already mentioned. The lawyer is claiming 24 years of legal experience, and she doesn't come up anywhere. So she either hasn't had any cases that are going to hit the media, or she's a made-up individual, Rory. Recognition in major legal rankings and senior roles in leading firms should have clear, verifiable professional footprint. But that footprint is missing. No strong independent listings, no clear regulatory trail, no publicly verifiable case involvement tied to entities. I don't even think I said that right. So sorry about that.
No publicly verifiable case involvement tied to this entity.
Right. When you combine new or unqualified web presence, a lack of independent professional footprint, and no evidence of actual legal proceedings, it becomes very difficult to reconcile
the
claim being made with what can be proven. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Basically, they're bogus. All right. Okay. Now, this is where it gets a bit more fun. A phone call that raises more questions. The concern didn't stop here. A contact in Abu Dhabi, is it Abu Dhabi? I think so.
A contact in Abu Dhabi made a direct call, attempting to arrange a meeting as a potential paying client. That request was refused.
Think about that for a moment. If this is legitimate, large-scale recovery effort involving international victims, why would a client meeting, why refuse a client meeting with a victim? Why somebody who's in your same... So everybody that's been scammed is basically in South Africa, America, and the UK. And here's somebody who's been scammed, wanting help, and they're in Abu Dhabi, is it? Am I saying that right? I think it's
Abu
Dhabi. And all of a sudden, you wait until you hear the recording. If this is legitimate, large-scale recovery effort involving, I think I've already said that, why operate what appears to be on a single mobile number? So, no, hello, welcome to the receptionist. You're talking to the top dog on her cell phone with no visible office structure, no reception, and no support staff. It doesn't align with what most people would expect from a firm handling international litigation. So, are you ready? This is where it gets good. So I'm going to open this in a new window, and I'm going to go away and get a drink of water because I'm dying of thirst.
They're trying to keep them.
Right. So this is the lawyer and one of our Avengers who decided it would be a good idea to ring up and talk to the lawyer and try to reason with them. And I won't be a minute, but this is about 5 minutes long, so I'm going to take this opportunity to get a drink of water.
They're trying to keep them low.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
So I'm certainly not being difficult with you, but you can understand why we've set up. Once we've set up, we'll have an option for people who want a conference. There is a lot of speculation about, different people saying, am I real? Is there a scam? No, it's not. I am a real lawyer.
Yeah.
There is a lot of that. And, frankly, I'm not going to entertain it. I've been a lawyer for 24 years.
Yes.
And, you either accept or you don't, and it's people's choice at the end of the day.
No,
right?
Absolutely. See, one of the things I'm not getting is the email address to send the documents is the Gmail address, not any of your solicitors' email addresses.
That's because though there is, if you go to my website, there is an info website.
Yeah.
But this is the class group action. There's certain ways that we have to set these up because the lawyers cannot handle volumes and then much less. We're trying to save everyone cost, so setting it up in a certain way.
But
right?
I don't understand how this is saving cost to you, a Gmail address.
It's not going to be a Gmail address. It's going to be set up. Just look, honestly, wait for the process because there's an onboarding process that's going to come out very soon. We're just finalizing everything. All right?
But I mean, the last communication from Rory is linking it with a Gmail address, which is really strange, you know?
No, it's not strange. It's not strange. We're just setting things up. Everything will come to me. All right? I assure you. Everything is going to come to me. But we have to set it up because the way the instruction is going to be, iClickIt is instructing me. Okay? You're joining as a member to iClickIt, so we can then actually follow through. And there's going to be a panel that's going to be set up where you're going to be able to communicate with a panel who are going to then communicate with me. Look, you have to understand when there's thousands of people, you cannot have the one lawyer that's the main person. Obviously, you have a team being bombarded because I won't be able to then do the real work, which is the legal work that I need to do.
Yeah, but right? that means the case is iClickIt is not a class action case of a group, right?
No, it is.
She had to think about that one, didn't she? Don't you love this?
Well, how this is the case of iClickIt? Like, how do I?
Well, look, I'm. You have to understand.
You have to understand. I tell you what, I've listened to so many Zoom scammers, gaslighting people, and they always tell you that you have to understand. And when I hear people say that, I go, oh my God, this is not how a lawyer talks to her customer. And it gets better. We're only halfway through. And then some.
Right now, I don't know who you are.
Yes.
I do have to know. I'm not willing to discuss anything confidential.
I even think she's putting on an accent, an English accent. This is what you get when you hire people from Viber, whatever it's called.
About the case, you can appreciate that. That's for everyone's protection.
This is why I'd like to meet with you. This is exactly the point, yes.
Well, meetings are going to be charged, okay?
That's fine.
It's not.
I'm willing to pay. There's no problem.
Sure. So follow the process, first of all. If you've got any questions, they will come to me, okay? Once they come to me, and if anybody wants to arrange a conference, then we'll do that. All right?
No, I wanted to come in person on Monday.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm just not free like that. I'm a very busy lawyer.
She's a very busy lawyer. Sorry, I was listening to this first time and I'm going, oh my goodness, it is so funny. I'm a very busy lawyer. You don't talk about yourself like that. I'm a very busy lawyer because that's what I've been told to be.
Right?
Okay. All right.
Right? So I'm not willing to do that. It has to be a proper onboarding process. You have to read everything. You have to have the client care signing, and then I will engage with people. Okay?
Would it be possible for you to actually share the case number? Because, being here, that would be very good to understand the way it's being...
I'm not going to share any confidential information without people.
Case number isn't confidential. It's lodged in the courts, and you can normally look them up. And that's why this Avenger wanted that case number so he could actually find it in the court system. And once it's public, I mean, I have, I think I've had, in the last 2 years, I've had 7 court cases against me. The one that the Goliath Ventures did against me was filed in Orange County. And all you needed to do was search for my name and you could find it. So if you have the case number, though, you can normally search the internet and find it through all those websites like Pacer and the like. But in UKE, I mean, it's not a big ask to ask for a case number. Because remember, Rory's actually told people that this is actually right on the door and they're knocking on Dubai's door months ago. So now he's got to the stage where he's been liquidated and he's now telling people he's finally got a lawyer and now they're going to start the process going and you have to go through the whole thing that he's been grooming people to do for the last 12 months. He basically wants them, by the sounds of it, to start over. And this isn't even anything to do about a lawyer. Anyway, I'll let this carry on, otherwise I'll start going down a rabbit hole.
People being my client and where I have an obligation, okay?
Okay, but I'm trying to be your client here.
Yes, but you've got to follow the process first.
Man, she must get no clients, this lady. Maybe that's why we can't find her on the internet, eh, Rory?
Okay, so I have to onboard you. You have to go through KYC first. You have to do a live verification. There's going to be requirements.
Okay, but for now,
right?
you understand that the only communication I read is linking it to a Gmail address.
And you may think
Whoops, sorry.
I'm being difficult. I really am not.
No. You know, whatever the process is the process, Priya. But what I'm saying is right now, it's a Gmail address, which really is odd.
There's nothing odd. I do know about it. Okay? It's because iClickit is going to do the onboarding and then send it to me. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I can assure you. All right?
Trust me, bro.
So I'm telling you, I've been a lawyer for 24 years. Okay? Not going to engage in dodgy stuff. All right? Frankly. And nor will I want my reputation ruined for that. But I have to ask everybody to follow the KYC. We do need to verify everybody. There are bad actors. Okay? There are.
Okay,
and so you can understand why.
No, I still don't really get it. I've been dealing with lawyers for myself 25 years, and this is odd.
There's nothing odd about it.
Well, I can tell
I'm telling you as a lawyer. I mean, there's nothing odd about it. All right.
Well,
so
you know,
look, it's your choice at the end of the day. Nobody's forcing anybody.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. You know, it's just like having a little bit of transparency to understand what's happening, especially in a case related to scamming.
There wouldn't be transparency. We're not divulging any information until we onboard and verify anyone's identity. That's period. No lawyer would discuss any confidential matters with anybody that just calls in and discusses it.
Okay.
It's very simple, right? So you have to follow the process. I have to verify who you are. We have to go through the KYC checks. Once that's done, there will be an availability if people want a paid conference. But right this moment, we're not willing to discuss it. There are a lot of bad actors. I've just explained it, and you do have to understand that.
I do understand that. Thank you very much for your time.
So please follow the process, and then once down the line, I'm happy to speak to you. But please, I do need to verify you. There are a lot of people that are not right, that are harming the victims.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thanks
Bye-bye.
a lot.
Wow. So there you go. So that's the ultimate phone call. And I think we did get right down to this. Now, what we're going to do, we'll just try ringing her now. It's probably not the right time of day, but I think it'd be worthwhile giving it a go. Don't you agree? So let's have a listen and see if she's going to talk to us. Ringing now. It's ringing. How did we say her name?
Priya Patel.
Priya. Priya.
Your call has been forwarded.
Hello. My call has been forwarded.
Message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
G'day, Priya. This is Danny D. Heck. I sent you a right of reply email just 12 hours ago, and we're just trying to find out whether you are a genuine lawyer or not. So we have a lot of concerns, and no doubt if you are a genuine lawyer, you have no problem answering our questions. So if you could get back to us ASAP, would be much appreciated. And we also noticed that you are in
Master City.
Master City, and we've got a photo of the receptionist board there. We can't see your name on it, so we are a bit suspicious. Give us a ring back, 021 961 652, and you'll need to put 64 in front of that and drop the 0 to give me a call, or email me on danny@deheck.com, or you can just go to deheck.com. Look forward to your call. Have a great day. Anyway, no surprise there. So anyway, so what have we done so far? We have gone through to try to verify the lawyer, asked them questions, have got a response basically telling us, trust us pro. We went to their website. We couldn't find any historical evidence that the website had been there for more than 3 months. That's basically the way we look it up when we go and looking for it on archive.org. If your website's more than 3 months old, it will be listed in the Wayback Machine. She may have changed her domain name, but we don't think so. And I don't know if it's a she, he, or whatever it is, but suppose it's a lady. Anyway, and then we've phoned her, and we've got somebody on the phone. Somebody local wanted to have a meeting with her face-to-face, and she didn't want to do that. In fact, she was going to charge them to do that. And they said, there's no problem paying. I would like to meet with you face-to-face. But she said she's a busy lawyer. So what do you do next? Well, let's go and check out this lawyer, and let's go to the foyer where she claims her offices are. Check out the address that wasn't there. The address provided was, now I've said that twice.
Master City.
Master City. The directory board at the location lists multiple companies operating within the building. Yet, based on the evidence collected, there was no visible listing for I hate that name, PSP. What else could that stand for? Legal on the board. No signature, no signage, and no identified office presence. Now remember, we're talking about a lawyer that's capable of handling an international crypto recovery operation in a class action lawsuit. So she talks about her team, and her team theoretically have offices in this building, but are nowhere to be found on the actual board. On its own, that might be explainable, but when you combine it with everything else, the lack of answers, the refusal to meet, the absence of documentation, it becomes part of the broader pattern. And that pattern is difficult to ignore. Now, here, this is actually a real photo. I have superimposed this good-looking guy on the right here, which is me. Looking pretty good there, Danny. And you can see here, we have got no proof of anyone by the name of PSP Legal on the board. Now, she might have just moved there. We don't know. But that's her address and that's her website, and she's been around for 24 years. Maybe she's just never thought to do any advertising. Now, the legal reality, Rory doesn't explain. Here's where the story really starts to break down, because even if you've taken everything at face value that I've just talked about, the structure Rory is presenting does not align with how UAE legal system actually works. The UAE does not operate class action lawsuits in the way that this has been described. So they don't do class action lawsuits, only in America, I think, maybe Canada as well. But you can't. And the way he's describing this lawsuit, and I've been going on about this for 12 months, because he actually started changing the terminology he was using after I pointed out in a video that they don't do class action lawsuits. There is no mechanism, am I saying that right? Mechanism. No, I weren't. Where thousands of victims join a Telegram group on board through KYC, Telegram group or a WhatsApp group, on board through KYC, and then collectively represent in court by one single process. It's just bullshit. That simply isn't how it works. Legal action in the UAE is, what's that word? Individualized, formal, and heavily documented. Each claimant must be identified. Each must sign a notarized power of attorney. And critically, I hope that's right. Critically, the case must be handled by a licensed UAE advocate with rights of audience in the relevant court. So not any lawyer from the UK can pop its nose in there and just chuck itself inside a courtroom. They have to be a UAE advocate. A consultancy operating out of a free zone does not have that authority. So the whole case is blown just on this paragraph alone. So the obvious question becomes, who is the advocate actually taking this case to court? It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. It's DHEC science. But there's the question you want to ask Rory. Now, if people who are using him for hopeful recovery, not for him building a community so he can re-scam them again, if he can't answer that question for a bunch of people that have already been scammed, then why not? And you should be demanding who this person is, because that is how the system works in the UAE. Because no such person has been named. It doesn't exist. There's nobody here. This is all smoke and mirrors coming from a guy who's trying to keep face after he has been liquidated in the South African courts because of the fraud that he's been doing. And there's more to come, but I can't tell you. And without one, there is no enforceable legal action. Nothing's happening because there is nothing happening. Is that right? I quite like that. Nothing's happening because nothing is happening. Right, just reading my notes as they come in. That's good. We can't do voice messages. Good on you, mate. The timeline doesn't make sense. All right, so let's see. Consider another inconsistency of lies. I think that I'm going to read that paragraph just to get it going.
Another inconsistency lies in the order of events.
Right. Roy is asking people to join on board and prepare for legal action. Yet there's no evidence that a case has even been filed, and that is backwards. So he's doing it backwards, ladies and gentlemen. In real litigation, the process begins with a filed claim. The court assigns a reference. Legal representation is clearly documented. Only then no additional claimant becomes involved. Here we are seeing the opposite. The crowd is being built first. The legal structure is expected to follow. That is not just unusual. It is structurally inconsistent with how the real legal proceedings operate. So do your research just on go to ChatGPT and ask it how the legal proceedings for a court case happens in UAE. And everything that Rory is claiming is next stage. And remember, these stages have been going on for 12 months. Ask it do your own research. ChatGPT will give you the answer. We're watching some YouTube video the other day that reckons that the lawyers are actually going to be made redundant because of AI. And it's not far from it. Now, I'm appearing in the New Zealand High Court on Monday, and I am representing myself. And all the things that I meant to prepare for court have all been prepared by ChatGPT. And I'm 100%, this is really gullible, but I'm 100% confident that I've got everything right. And I've already won the case. And now somebody has gone back and decided to say that the court's stuffed up with their decision. And it's just amazing. But anyway, I'm going along for entertainment purposes, which is breathtaking, and it's educational. But last year I had 6 lawsuits, and I've just received one for this year so far. And I have already won one of them. I've got 2, and it's just sort of something I'm doing now. And a friend of mine who's a family court lawyer said to me that you will have more experience in the High Court than I will after these cases. And remember, somebody already tried to sue me for $3.85 million. And I did hire lawyers, and it did cost me $33,600 to defend myself. And I was awarded $25,500 by the courts, and the person never paid. So I've been down the road of hiring lawyers and self-representation. But these days, I represent myself, and I actually get quite a buzz out of doing it. But the legal process is very clearly outlined for people like myself. If I say I'm in New Zealand and this is the problem I've had with the person, I've posted something on the internet and they're telling me it's defamation. They've gone after me because of the New Zealand, what do they call that thing? The New Zealand, better get that right. What do they call it? Dangerous Communication Act, whatever it is. But it's really interesting. But what I'm saying is you can find out the way to handle these lawsuits just using AI to find out the process. And no doubt Rory is trying to figure that out himself, or maybe he's not that good using ChatGPT or Grok or whatever you use these days. A familiar pattern emerging. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, the pattern becomes very clear. Now, why is Rory doing this? Let's find out. This is not about one missing document or one unanswered question. It's about a structure built on urgency, limited transparency, controlled communication, and reliance on trust without proof. Now, I've gone into his WhatsApp group and I've asked questions, and they keep kicking me out. Why can't I ask the questions and get the answers? If I ask any questions that are outside the blinkers of what they want me to say, or if they call me a negative person, then why do they kick me out of these groups? I'm probably the worst person, to be honest. But you go into those groups, you can go through and find my page and find their groups and go in there and share this very blog with lots of people until you get kicked out. But why do you get kicked out if you ask questions? These are the same ingredients seen in recovery scams. This is nothing I haven't seen. This lady on the phone, I reckon that she's part of a recovery scam operation. And they will want you to give you their KYC details. They will charge you fees. They will build that trust with you, and then people will part with money. Now, we had a victim who was 78 years of age. We did a video a couple of days ago, and he'd lost $3,000 to HyperVerse. And how I got his details was because Rory had put up a WhatsApp group, and everyone that joined that WhatsApp group, their phone numbers are visible. And one of my Avengers, Bob with 6 toes, decided to ring him up and ask him what opportunity he was trying to pitch, because this guy was going through that list and pitching new opportunities to people in the groups. So victims are all together in one place. They are all messageable. You can get their phone numbers, which we've got, and you can start pitching them other opportunities. And that's what these people do. They go into these groups, and then they go after these victims, and they go and try and get more money off them. People think they can double down and get their way out of it. Where victims of one scheme are drawn into another, often under the promise of getting their money back. Hope becomes the product, and urgency becomes the sales tool. Now, let's just go back. Now, if you went to the start of my blog, which is here, you will find a link that's called Rory Conacher. And when you click on that, it takes you to all the other blogs that I've done on him over the years. You know, we've showed him when Rory was appearing in court, and he was self-representing himself. He was begging the court to buy more time. The court said, no, we've had enough. Within 30 days, we're appointing a liquidator to take down your company. Then we've got Rory on here. There's a video where Rory was asking for, he was saying that he was going to fight this lawsuit and it wasn't going to bother him at all. And then between that video that he did, he got liquidated. His company got liquidated. Now, we have heard he's got other companies, but the company that was offering the investment opportunities were like the hedge funds he was offering people, has been the one that shut down. And here you can even see this guy here, Philip. He employed Rory to help build his step chain app. And when I exposed Rory and this company for running a Ponzi scheme app, this guy actually rang me up and said he used to be a Jehovah's Witness, this guy. And the worst thing you can ever call a Jehovah's Witness is a pedophile. And this guy rang me up and accused me of being that. And that's what this guy did, it because he used to be a Jehovah's Witness and he knew that he was really fed up. Anyway, this guy was saying that nothing was wrong with Rory, but since then, he now doesn't want anything to do with Rory. And this company's still running a scam. So they're all, and you can see a leopard doesn't change his spots. Rory's starting to promote. This is the best story that we actually had, was Michelle, his cousin, had basically, she had sold, I'm going to say 3 properties to invest with Rory. And then she basically came to us and told us her complete story. Now, this is not, I don't even know how to explain it, but this isn't a simple blog. I'm just opening up a few things here, but everywhere you read through this, the whole storyline, voice recordings, the whole 9 yards, but you can see all the evidence, the photos of how they were cousins. And Rory come and visit them, smooze with them, they invested with him, and then all the claims, we've got, what am I trying to say? We've got recordings, documents, just the whole 9 yards of everything that happened is all in that story. But you can go through there and read about Rory. So let's just summarize in a nutshell what Rory is at the moment. Well, Rory is bankrupt. Well, he's been liquidated. And they've now got a court-appointed liquidator trying to find any assets where they can pay back any victims that Rory's victimized. So here's the final piece that cannot be ignored. Rory Conacher, owned company, RJS Capital, has been placed in final liquidation by the South African High Court. Now, if you don't believe that, there is the documents and there's the case number. And look, I bet if we search for that case number, let's have a look. there it is. So there's the case number in, you can go there and I presume, I don't know if you can open it, but there you go. So there's the document, publicly available, where Rory has actually, no, I didn't actually, this isn't the same as my one, but it's down here by order of the court. And that was the 2025, I don't know, they've got the dates around the wrong way, but I think it's over the 8th. Anyway, he's been in the High Court of South Africa, whatever that's called, Local Division, Durban, the Honourable Acting Judge, blah, 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 in the matter of, his cousin versus Rory. It is ordered the matter has been, so basically I don't even know what this document is, but I know he's been liquidated, and my one basically shows, I think that was the original court documents, but when you click on this document, this is actually the bankrupt, the actual stamp to say that he's been liquidated. So you can go through that. But anyway, he's bankrupt. He shouldn't be in charge of any entity or whatever. I'll call it bankrupt, but they're basically liquidated the company, and they're now doing forensics on every action and reaction he's done. This is not speculation. It is a matter of record. So when the same individual is now asking victims to trust a new recovery narrative, it is entirely reasonable to question his credibility. Who is Rory Conacher? Is this a genuine legal effort or another attempt to maintain influence over an already vulnerable audience? The questions that still remain. At this point, the burden of truth is not on the victims. It is on Rory and the lawyers he claims is acting on their behalf. Where is the case number? Where is the file claimed? Who is the licensed advocate? What court is handling the matter? What legal mandate has actually been signed? Until those questions are answered with verifiable evidence, the claim being made should not be taken at face value. There is no evidence of a lawsuit. If anyone out there who's been in those WhatsApp groups, the 202 people who I've got their phone numbers, you can reach out to me, but you provide me any evidence of anyone actually working or acting on a lawsuit about Sam Lee and HyperVerse, I will eat my hat. Let's cut through it. This isn't about opinion or speculation. It's about what is actually in front of us. You guys have been scammed. You are victims, and here's somebody else trying to victimize you again. You've got an email pushing urgency and telling people to act now, fear of missing out techniques. You've got a lawyer who won't answer the most basic verification questions. Is it verification? Have I got that right?
Verification.
Oh, good. A potential client tries to book a meeting. Refused. A physical address that doesn't clearly show the firm exists where they say it does. So whoever made up that address, it's on their website that they are located in that building and they don't exist. And when you step back and look at the legal side of it, the whole structure doesn't even line up with how the UAE system works. And I've actually been saying that from day one. That's not one red flag. That's a pattern. It's a pattern I've seen before. Over and over again, there are people who already been burnt, are offered a way to get their money back. Here's the reality. If this was a genuine lawsuit, you wouldn't have to go digging for proof. If you look at Goliath Ventures Inc. lawsuit, search that on the internet, you will find class action lawsuits filed in Broward County, Orange County. You'll find articles everywhere about this. As soon as there's anything filed in any lawsuit, every time a court document lands about Goliath Ventures, either the Sentinel newspaper, CNN, or not CNN, Fox 35 News, NBC or Channel 9 News will do a article on it. Now, if anything is lodged in any court, which we've been led to believe that this lawyer is handling the legal process and they've lodged something with some court, it would be all over the news. It would be all over in the newspapers. It would be everywhere because $1.9 billion scam doesn't get a lawsuit filed and no one talks about it. If anyone has found someone to charge, like Sam Lee, for God's sake, he's claiming that Sam Lee has all the money. Sam Lee's a broke, washed-up scammer. I talked to one of the biggest crypto journalists in Bloomberg, and I'll let you work out who that is. He interviewed Sam Lee and said it was a waste of time. He was just trying to claim his innocence. And it was just the most dumbest interview. He said, this is what he said to me. I spoke to the guy face to face when I was in America, and he told me he interviewed Sam Lee and what a waste of time it was for him. So all of a sudden, Sam Lee's meant to be somebody worth billions of dollars, and Rory is going after Sam Lee when Sam Lee hasn't got the money. That alone is a red flag. You wouldn't be chasing answers. You wouldn't be getting vague responses and being told to trust the process. I think you guys are sick of trusting the process. The evidence would be there. Clear, verifiable, easy to confirm, but it's not. And let's not ignore the context. This is all coming from someone whose company has already been liquidated by South African courts. He's already been in the courtroom and he's lost. He's had to liquidate his company, the same investment company that pushed everyone over the cliff. So you have to ask yourself, why should anyone trust the process when the person promoting it can't even point to verifiable proof that it exists? It's not rocket science to prove that you've got a lawyer actively going after a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit that doesn't exist in the UAE. I mean, if it was happening, it wouldn't be hard to prove that it exists, because when the evidence is missing, the questions start answering themselves. Now, everything that we've done here is open source investigation. We've written a right of reply to the lawyer, and when we get that right of reply, if we get one, we will publish that on this website, on this blog, or on this website. And it's just the way it is. I don't know. I haven't been reading the questions because I've been in my wee zone. Her story, Michelle's story was absolutely gut-wrenching. Queen of Karma is really cool. She's got a new icon too, looking pretty nice in the pink. Queen of Karma, has done some amazing deep dives along with me with these scams that we investigate. And they're all the same. A lot of, these guys, like Rory's sitting here with a toilet roll. He's just talking shit. That's why I told the picture to have him holding a toilet roll. They just keep going. It's just, I can't even express how annoying it makes me. So when we...
Hi all, it's Rory Conacher here, and it's 2026. It's Rory Conacher here, and it's 2026.
So when we went to Roy's website, and we went to, I think, these videos here. So 5 months ago, he published his last video, shorts, and he removed, so this is just a few weeks ago, I think, something about their data has been compromised.
A quick one. We're at Cape Town. It's Rory Conacher here from South. Hi everybody, it's Rory Conacher here from South Africa, Cape Town. This is a quick one. We have now sent off our second newsletter and I've translated it into multiple languages. I just want to shout out on one thing. We have picked up that our data is being used out there. So not only are we seeking the truth, justice, compensation, but the protection of our data. So please, all members that were part of any of these programs, you need to join the initiative. Let us protect ourselves, let us get the truth, and let us get the justice. Thank you and have a...
So this is so stupid because this guy has set up a WhatsApp group and put everyone's phone numbers who are theoretically victims in a public arena. And then he's claiming that their data has been breached. It's in the public arena. I've got 202 phone numbers from victims that have lost money. And I think it would only be fair to ring up a few people and let them know. Why don't we do that? Why don't we have a look? We've got a few numbers here. I'll see if I can find Where am I got messages? Yesterday. All right, so let's start ringing up a few people and see if they want to talk to us about their investment. Cannot accept FaceTime calls. Hold on a minute. Try another one. Let's have a look. I just want to see if we can do a few. All right, no, we'll have to do it this way. I'm just curious to see if anyone actually wants to talk to us. If we can get a few FaceTime calls, that would be quite funny, wouldn't it? We'll see if I can ring. Yeah, let's go here. FaceTime, let's see if it works. Might not work. No, doesn't want to work. Can't ring them. Hello, Adam. Well, we've got to get there. Oh, anyway, no, I'm stuck there. Anyway, I don't know. Have anyone got any questions? I think we've done a pretty reasonable job here exposing Rory. That's the wrong window. Try that one there. So what did we do? How do we stop people like Rory telling people that he can help get their money back when he's trying to build a larger community so he can offer them a new opportunity? What type of lawyer needs KYC details before you can talk to them? What type of lawyer wouldn't meet with a potential client face-to-face if they had the opportunity? Why is this lawyer doesn't exist anywhere? No digital footprint. Why is it when you visit their building, they don't have their name on their board? Why do a lawyer who claims they can handle, large crypto recovery schemes not have a team of lawyers mentioned on their website? Because they're bogus. They don't exist. It is criminal. You're talking to criminals. You're not talking to nice people. So if you look at me, I like to think I'm a nice person. And then let's say Rory could at any time come and meet. He could come on our show and he could dial up right now. I have talked to him numerous times. He gets pissed off every time somebody communicates with me and it gets back to him. I get your feedback, Rory. But you've never come online with me and you claim that it's always at the wrong time of night. I'm happy to do it anytime you like, Rory. You can come on here and tell me how wrong I am. If you don't, well, the obvious thing, isn't it? You're full of shit. And that's why you need to carry around a toilet paper roll in your hand, like you saw in the picture, because you're full of shit. And you're just a criminal, a fraudster, a liar, a cheat. What type of life have you actually got, Rory? How do you go to bed at night thinking I'm a good person? How do you make your children proud of you? Is it by continuously bluffing your way through life, telling everyone that you've just been victimized? I mean, one of the other videos that was so funny that we saw of Rory was him claiming that he was a wolf and he was a black wolf and all the white wolf. No, he was a white wolf and all the black wolves were coming after him. And he was saying that it's not fair. He was claiming he was a victim. Look, this is the world's smallest violins. For anyone that wants to walk people off a cliff, telling them that there's a passive income opportunity just over beyonder and lets people walk off, and then they say that I'm a victim. I got a guy at the moment who claims he's a victim. He's trying to get $40 million from a scammer. He's gone to court. He's now had the case squished, but let's not go there. And he's claiming he was a victim because the guy he was working for promised that he would pay him rewards for pushing people over the cliff. And it's accumulated to $40 million. So he thought he'd do a lawsuit against the other scammer to get his reward money. And now the scammer, which is Christopher Delgado, has been charged in connection to a Ponzi scheme he's been running for $328 million. A few weeks later, Nick Petrillo decides it might not be a good idea to stick my head up. And he's decided to put a motion in to dismiss, claiming that he doesn't think he's deserving of the $40 million he thought he was 2 or 3 weeks earlier. It's ridiculous. Rory Conacher isn't a victim. He's a predator. He is somebody that should be locked up. And at the moment, things are looking like that's where he's going to finish up. Does it really take, how hard is it to get people like Rory off the streets? It's incredibly hard. It costs some people a lot of money to do so. Some people are willing to take that expense and stop him. But really, do you really need to see Rory Conacher in jail behind bars before you stop listening to this individual? What does it take after listening to all those points of interest? I've given you more reasons not to believe there is a lawyer. We've gone to the building. We've telephoned. We've emailed. We've given the opportunity to write a reply. We've told you the legal process that happens in Dubai. What else do we need to do? Why do you want to believe in Rory, who's been bankrupt or liquidated by the South African courts? What strand of evidence or confidence of trust do you have with Rory right now? I don't care if you believe me or not, but the receipts are here for everyone to see. Just got to wake up, people. Stop investing in crypto opportunities. You know, I had a guy the other day, yesterday, and there was a guy called Stephen McCullough, and I went after him. He tried to sue me in the New Zealand High Court. That was the guy. One of the victims who lost, I think, £10,000, basically started supporting me and doing videos on a daily basis. And the scammer decided to pay him back his money, as long as he didn't communicate with me. In fact, the instruction was to turn against me and start doing propaganda videos against me if he got paid off. So he paid off the guy that lost £10,000, and then the guy ghosted me, and he used to do videos every day exposing the scammer. He finished up getting his money back. He reached out to me today, and this was, oh my God, 2.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. And he said to me that he's invested in a cloud-based crypto mining operation, and he's invested a little bit of money, but he's about to invest a whole lot of money. And he just wanted me to have a wee look at it to see whether it was a scam. And I'm going, oh my goodness, mate, you have been scammed before. You've ghosted me for 2 years, and now you're coming back asking me for advice before you give a large amount of money away to another opportunity that is very much the same as the first opportunity that you lost money to. And I'm going, at what point do people not realize that anything to do with online investments with crypto, 99.9% of them are scams? And if you want to invest in crypto, just buy some Bitcoin. You know, sign up for a Binance, crypto.com, and buy Bitcoin. But these systems, and this one was paying like 1.3 per day. It's so expensive to mine for crypto that the amount of energy and the power needed to make money, there's not enough profits in mining for Bitcoin to generate the daily returns, or the monthly returns that these operations offer. I was glad he reached out to me. But I'm still amazed by how many people still want to invest after losing their money previously. And that's where people need to take some sense of responsibility for their own actions. We're not crypto recovery people. And this lady that allegedly is a lawyer and Rory has employed to do a class action lawsuit in a place where they don't do class action lawsuits, and the whole steps on the process that he's talking about are incorrect, is all bogus. And you need to take some responsibility for your own actions and not get involved in this type of thing. That's me. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next video. I'm still here. I am here because the fun can begin now. So what I wouldn't mind doing now is I like just having a wee look to see if there's any Zoom meetings on, because that's always a bit of fun. Now, the name I'm going to pick today is, we're going to go and pick, we're going to have Rory Conacher as the name. And I'll show you what we're doing in a minute. So I can show you what we're doing right now, actually. So here we come. Now, if you haven't been to my website and you want to help donate support what we're doing, you can you go to theheck.com, click on support me, and you can go to Ko-Fi and you can give us $5 if you like. And that helps to show the lights on. Or you can click on Ko-Fi and you can become a monthly membership if you want. We've got 4 different tiers of membership, Like you can pay $5 a month and become a scam sniffer, digital sleuth, a Ponzi slayer, or you can go to big time and you can become what I call an avenger for life. And that's $300 per month. I don't think that's right, per month. No wonder no one's ever joined that. Didn't realize it was per month. Join. I don't think it's $300 per month. I think it's meant to be $300 per month. I better change that. That's a lot of money. I don't think anyone's going to pay that. And please don't pay that because it will just make me rich. But yeah, so what I'm saying is you can go to my website and you can donate towards what we're doing. On the right-hand side under my head, there's a buy me a cup of coffee link. It all depends which one you like. Buy me a cup of coffee cut me off a wee while ago, so now I have 2 available just in case. But what I did want to do is I want to come up with a name for our, for our thing here. How do we get rid of this? Support me. There we go. So we're going to use Rory. And we will come here. Oh, there we go. Rory Conacher. So that'll be our name. Camera off, that name. And look, we've even got backgrounds today. So I wonder if I can do a background. That's nice. Let's try that. Blur. Oh, we'll just do that one there. Alrighty, so let's join Talk Fusion. Let's have a look and see what we can do. So we're going to open up, first of all, we're going to open up 42 meetings. And then we will shut these down as we go. And so if you're not familiar with what we're doing here, Zoom doesn't allow companies to use their services to promote multi-level marketing. So we call it Zoom Patrol. Now, we've complained to Zoom over and over and over again. And at the end of it, what they've done is they banned my Zoom account. But if you don't believe us, the acceptable user guidelines. You come here and it says you cannot use Zooms to promote counterfeit goods and services, drugs and controlled substances, human smuggling or trafficking, products made from endangered or protected species, sexual services, gambling, betting or wagering activities. And then, in the same category, unauthorized multi-level marketing businesses. Now, I had somebody say to me, oh, we're not multi-level marketing, we're affiliate marketing the other day, and that was quite funny. So by all means, that's what Zoom says about using their services. So because they've cut me off, I've decided, oh, look at that. I've decided that we will police their system for them. And then we often go to these companies and go, well, what's the guts, guys? So I'm just going to sign into a few places and see if we can find a meeting. Now, one that we probably will find will be BG Wealth Sharing, and they have meetings pretty much just about going back to back. But sometimes at this time of day, we don't get all the meetings that we like. But that BG Wealth Sharing is absolutely a dog of a Ponzi scheme. And there's one that's been shut down straight away. So let's go.
$1,000 है, $1,000 से
There we
अगर आप
go.
शुरुआत करते हो तो 2 महीने में
Oh,
2 लाख, 6 महीने में 10 लाख,
brilliant.
1 साल में 1 करोड़ 11 लाख और 18
All right, so
महीने
we
में
had
सर
these guys the other day.
11 करोड़ 40 लाख रुपया आप इस सिस्टम के माध्यम
So
से
we're going
बना
to cause
सकते
some
हो।
havoc here.
अगर आपके वॉलेट में $2,000 है,
First thing I'm going
2
to
महीने
do,
4 लाख, 6 महीने में 20 लाख, 1 साल में 2 करोड़ 23 लाख और 18 महीने में 22
this is
करोड़
so
81
funny.
लाख रुपया आप इस सिस्टम के
Now,
माध्यम
this
से बना
isn't much
सकते हो।
fun.
अगर आपके वॉलेट में $3,000 है, 2 महीने में 6 लाख, 6 महीने में 30 लाख, 1 साल में 3 करोड़ 34 लाख और 18 महीने में 34 करोड़ 21 लाख रुपया आप इस
So what we're
सिस्टम
going
के
to
माध्यम
do
से बना
is we're
सकते हो
going to
सर, सिर्फ
go
कॉपी एंड पेस्ट करके।
gallery
उसी
view.
प्रकार से अगर आपके वॉलेट में $4,000 है तो 2
And
महीने में 8 लाख, 6 महीने में 40 लाख,
And I'm just going
6
to,
महीने में 40 लाख, ओके, 1 साल में 4 करोड़ 66 लाख और 18 महीने में 45 करोड़ 62 लाख रुपया आप इस सिस्टम के माध्यम से बना
Just getting
सकते
a
हो।
few
उसी प्रकार
names.
से अगर आपके वॉलेट में $5,000 है सर तो 2 महीने में 10 लाख, 6 महीने में 51 लाख,
Please call up.
1 साल में 5 करोड़ 57 लाख और 18 महीने में 57 करोड़ रुपया आप इस सिस्टम के माध्यम से बना सकते हो। करना क्या है
Just
सर?
get myself set up here first before we
पैसा
go crazy.
इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है और कॉपी एंड पेस्ट करना है। कॉपी एंड पेस्ट के माध्यम से आप पैसे बना सकते हो। तो सर
Okay.
जितना आप लगाएंगे उसी अनुसार से आपको पैसा मिलेगा सर, है ना। यहाँ पे कंपलसरी नहीं है कि आपको एक साथ ही
Okay.
$5,000 लगानी है। आप शुरुआत मिनिमम $300 से भी आप कर सकते हो, लेकिन अगर आप कम समय में ज्यादा पैसा कमाना चाहते हो
And
तो उसके लिए भी मिस्टर स्टीफन सर ने हम सबके लिए सर एक मैजिक
मैजिक
फार्मूला बनाया हुआ है। अगर आप अपना शुरुआत $500 से करते हैं, कितने से? $500 से। हालांकि शुरुआत आप $300 से भी कर सकते हो ज्वाइनिंग, लेकिन $300 से ना करके अगर आप $500 से शुरुआत करते हो और आप अपने डायरेक्ट में 5 लोगों को सेल्फ ज्वाइनिंग करवाते हैं, पांच बिजनेस पार्टनर, और उनका भी 5-5 लोगों का टीम बनवा देते हो, यानी कि आपने शुरुआत किया $500 से, अपने डायरेक्ट में 5 लोगों को सेल्फ स्पॉन्सरिंग किया और इन 5 के भी डायरेक्ट में आपने 5-5 सेल्फ स्पॉन्सरिंग करने के लिए इनको आपने मदद किया, तो टोटल आपका टीम हो जाता है केवल 30 लोगों का। तो 30 लोगों का टीम बनाने से आपको प्रॉफिट ये रहेगा सर,
Alright, so we're going to cause some
जहां
havoc
पे
here.
आपको डेली बेसिस में 2 टाइम का ट्रेड मिल रहा था, अब आपको 3
I'm
टाइम
just
का
going to
सिग्नल
sign up
मिलेगा,
one more
यानी कि
time.
एक
So I've
एक्स्ट्रा
got
सिग्नल
5
आपको लाइफ
meetings
टाइम
going
तक
now.
मिलेगा। प्लीज लिसन टू मी वेरी केयरफुली, मैंने क्या बोला? एक एक्स्ट्रा ट्रेड सिग्नल आपको लाइफ टाइम तक मिलेगा, लाइफ टाइम। और जहां पे आपको 1.3% का परसेंटेज
So
मिला
now we
था,
have a bit of
अब
fun.
आपको 1.9% का
Chat room
परसेंटेज
is
आपको
disabled.
मिलेगा सर। क्या करने से? 30 लोगों का टीम बनाने से। क्या करने से? 30 लोगों का टीम बनाने से। यहाँ पे टीम बनाना होगा सर,
Alright.
डायरेक्ट में 5 लोगों को करना है और उनके डायरेक्ट
Alright,
में
so
5
now the
करना
other thing
है।
we want to
इससे
do
आपको क्या फायदा
is if
होगा
you
मैं
guys
आपको
want
बता
to join
देता हूँ।
us, I'll give you
आप मुझे 10
the
से 15 मिनट का टाइम और दीजिएगा, ओके?
meeting
Let
ID
me-
number.
आई होप कि इसका स्क्रीनशॉट आपने ले लिया होगा, वीडियो शेयर करने के लिए आपको काम आ जाएगा। अब मैं यहाँ पे कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेटर आपको दिखाता हूँ सर,
And there we go.
देखिएगा कि सिस्टम के माध्यम से पैसे कैसे बनते हैं। तो जो भी आप यहाँ पे पैसा इन्वेस्टमेंट करेंगे और कॉपी एंड पेस्ट करेंगे,
Here we go.
सिर्फ इन्वेस्टमेंट करने से काम नहीं चलेगा, कॉपी एंड पेस्ट भी करना
Alright, so
उतना
we're
ही
going to cause
जरूरी
some
है सर।
havoc.
जब तक अगर आप
And I'll show you what we're doing.
रिक्वेस्टिंग रिमोट कंट्रोल ऑफ योर कंप्यूटर,
It's me again.
डिक्लाइन।
So we've stopped them.
अब आगे प्रॉब्लम, अ यूजर नेम कुंज बिहारी,
Unjabarari.
यूजर नेम कुंज बिहारी रिक्वेस्टिंग रिमोट कंट्रोल ऑफ योर कंप्यूटर। रुको रुको रुको, ये कुंज बिहारी को रिमूव करते हैं यहाँ से।
So I've just renamed myself so he can't find
Excuse
me.
me friends, some hacker has come on this meeting.
Here we
तो
go.
मैं इनको यहाँ पे, ये देखो तो कुंज बिहारी कौन है, इनको रिमूव करते हैं यहाँ से।
So he's telling me who to remove, but I've renamed myself to
कुंज
Dot.
बिहारी मेरा कंप्यूटर का एक्सेस मांग रहा है ये।
Rename.
एक सेकेंड
So
ये तो हैकर है भाई, मेरा सिस्टम का रिमोट मांग रहा है।
here we go. For a bit of fun.
तो दोस्तों इसलिए ना टेक्निकल नॉलेज होना बहुत जरूरी है। अगर मैं इसको अभी एक्सेस दे देता ना, तो पूरा मीटिंग का कंट्रोल उसी के हाथ
So
में
now
चला
what we're
जाता।
going to do is we're going to rename
मेरे जगह
ourselves.
वो मीटिंग ले रहा होता। समझ आ रहा है? ऐसे ऐसे भी हैकर होते हैं यहाँ पे। तो कभी भी यहाँ पे कौन कौन को होस्ट है भाई, एक्सेस मत दे देना किसी को, ठीक है? वरना मीटिंग खराब कर देगा वो। एक सेकेंड,
Here we go.
अब बताओ, मीटिंग ही हैक कर दिया इसने। तो कोई टेंशन मत लो, हम हैं यहाँ पे। हाँ, निशा मैम है और गौतम जी। गौतम जी अगर आपको कोई एक्सेस मांग रहा हो तो अप्रूव मत कर देना मेरे से पूछे बिना। गौतम जी, हाँ, डिक्लाइन कर देना, उसको एक्सेप्ट मत करना, ठीक है? तो कोई हैकर आया हुआ था, मैंने उसको रिमूव कर दिया। He was trying to disturb me.
Trying to disturb me. Here we go.
Okay, स्क्रीन शेयर करते हैं दोस्तों।
Actually,
Alright, हम बात कर रहे थे कि सिस्टम के माध्यम से पैसे कैसे बनते हैं। तो ये रहा कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेटर सर, आप भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो। माइक हंट इज रिक्वेस्टिंग रिमोट कंट्रोल ऑफ योर कंप्यूटर।
Here you go, Mike.
तो भाई लोग फिर से डिस्टरबेंस आना चालू हो गया है, अब क्या कर सकते हैं? डिक्लाइन। निशा मैम,
Here we go. He won't be able to keep up with us.
अमांडा, क्या क्या कहाँ क्या नाम आ रहा है? डिस्टरबेंस। ओके, एक काम करो,
Here we go.
ये जो जूम का लिंक आपको मिला, आज मैं पब्लिकली अनाउंस कर देता हूँ, क्योंकि सर 2-4 दिन हम डिस्टरबेंस हो चुके हैं।
You
ये
can't do
जो
it.
जूम का लिंक है ना सर, ये जूम का लिंक यहाँ वहाँ वायरल हो चुके हैं। अलग अलग ग्रुप में, पब्लिक ग्रुप में शायद कोई शेयर कर देते होंगे, तो कोई बाहर के लोग आ जाते हैं, कुछ बेवकूफ टाइप के लोग, और वो मीटिंग में आकर के हमको डिस्टर्ब करता है। तो सर हमारा ये मॉर्निंग सेशन कभी रुकेगा नहीं। अगर आप मॉर्निंग सेशन का लाभ उठाना चाहते हो,
This is a
तो
scam. Leave
आज
now.
से हमारा जूम का लिंक चेंज हो जाएगा। तो आप अपने अपलाइन के जरिए आप मुझ तक और निशा मैम तक पहुंच सकते हो। जूम का लिंक लेने के लिए।
Dick's enormous.
हम आज से ये लिंक चेंज कर देंगे क्योंकि अब बहुत हो चुका है, ठीक है। बार बार यहाँ पे डिस्टर्ब हो रहा है, या फिर एक बार मैं निशा मैम से बात करूंगा इसमें क्या सेटिंग वगैरह हम कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि एक बार 2-3 बार हो चुका है ये चीज, ठीक है। तो बहुत सारे हैकर आ जाते हैं यहाँ पे, अभी
Hacker.
बार बार ये हमको डिस्टर्ब करेंगे, स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं
This is
करने
a
देगा वो।
scam. Leave now.
तो हमारा मीटिंग चालू रहेगा सर, कल से हमारा सीक्रेट लिंक रहेगा। तो आप अपने अपलाइन
Boom.
से बात करके ना, आप जिसके टीम में है उधर ही रहिए, नहीं कि इधर से उधर ज्वाइनिंग लगाएंगे, वो जिधर है उधर ही रहो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। लेकिन अगर आप इस जूम का लाभ उठाना चाहते हैं तो आप निशा मैम से कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं अपने अपलाइन के जरिए। अब ये देखो गौतम जी, मैंने आपको कोर्स बनाया, कुछ पागल टाइप के जो लोग हरकतें कर, इसको रिमूव करो ना यार।
Oop, have they got me?
सर मैं कई बार मैं माइक में बंद कर दिया हूँ, फिर भी ये लोग जो है ना ओपन कर लेते हैं। वीडियो में
Oh,
बंद कर दिया था सर, फिर भी
अरे
ओपन कर
रिमूव
लेते
करो ना, रिमूव करना नहीं आता क्या आपको?
हैं। आता है सर, फिर सर रिमूव करने में तो
oh,
दिक्कत
he
हो जाएगा,
removed
फिर तो
me.
कल से आ नहीं पाएंगे।
बोलो कुछ लोगों को और मैं कोर्स बना देता हूँ, 2-4 लोगों को रिमूव कर दो, फिर ये लोग आ ही नहीं पाएंगे, इनका ना 4-5 लोगों की टीम। तो दोस्तों हो जाते हैं ना, कुछ यहाँ पे आ जाते हैं
Oh,
जिसके
my
पास
camera's
टाइम ही
gone.
टाइम है। ये देखो क्या क्या शेयर कर रहे हैं लोग। व्हाइट बोर्ड आप शेयर करो गौतम जी।
My camera's totally stuck. Hey, scam! Look at
मत
that.
करो
They've
ये।
left it on. I can't believe that they've done that.
मैं नहीं हूँ सर।
Oh, my camera's gone funny. I'll just have to fix my camera up. 1 minute. I don't know what's going wrong with that.
डिस्टरबेंस, एक मिनट रुको। ये अशरफ, कितने
Good
लोगों को
stuff.
रिमूव करना था एक बार हैंडल्स करो ना, मैं आपको कोच बनाता हूँ। आप
Plus,
ये जो हरकतें करें इनको रिमूव करना चालू करो आप लोग। एक सेकंड, एक सेकंड।
um,
तो गौतम जी कल से हमारा लिंक चेंज हो जाएगा, ठीक है। ये जो जूम का लिंक है ये चेंज हो जाएंगे। तो अगर आप इस मीटिंग का पार्ट बनना चाहते हैं तो जो भी आपके अपलाइन उनसे बात करके आप निशा मैम से कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, हम तक पहुंच सकते हैं। तो हमारे टीम के लिए तो चलेगा ही, लेकिन अगर आप भी
oh
इसका
my
पार्ट
goodness.
बनना चाहते हैं
I've lost my camera. Well
तो
done.
लिंक, हाँ, अगर आप निशा मैम के ग्रुप में हैं या ब्रॉडकास्ट में है तो वहां तक आपको मिल जाएगा। अब
My
मैं मैम से
camera's
बात करके,
stuffed up.
क्योंकि बार बार अपने को यहाँ पे डिस्टरबेंस मिल रहा है तो मीटिंग को हमें तो कंटिन्यू करना है।
They're going to finish the
अब ये
meeting.
लिंक से कहाँ कहाँ से लोग आ जाते हैं तो डिस्टरबेंस हो जाता है अपने को ना।
Oh dear. We've caused them to shut down the meeting again. My camera's gone, funny enough.
अब रिमूव करने के बाद भी रुकिए, कुछ होगा, एक मिनट रुको।
I want to see if my camera comes back if I change schemes.
मैंने
Right now.
पूछा कि आप में से जो भी
No.
लीडर L1 L2 L3 पे है, कितने लोगों को जूम से लोगों को रिमूव करना आता है, एक बार हैंड रेज करो ना।
Corona.
जूम से रिमूव करना कितने लोगों को आता है, एक बार हैंड रेज करो। अरे कभी तो हमारे काम आओ भाई
My camera's busted.
दर्शक लोग।
Why is my camera busted?
मीटिंग लॉगिन करके हैंड रेज करो ना। तो चलिए मैं कुछ लोगों को यहाँ पे, राजेश जी को मैं कोच बना देता हूँ। राजेश जी आप जो जो उल्टा सीधा हरकतें करेंगे उसको रिमूव करने का काम करो। मैं कुछ लोगों
It's taking
को यहाँ पे
ages.
कोच बना
Sorry, I've got
देता
no
हूँ
camera, but you don't need to see me.
जिसको मैं जानता हूँ। सूरज, हाँ, L4 पे सूरज जी हैं। सूरज जी मैं आपको भी कोच बना देता हूँ, आपका काम है कि लोगों को रिमूव करना, अपने लोगों को मत कर देना, मतलब ये जो
Can't
कुछ
believe
पागल
my
टाइप के
camera's
जो लोग हैं
stuffed
उसको
up.
रिमूव करना है।
Must be one of these other ones that have scuffed up my camera.
सर हमारा मीटिंग कंटिन्यू रहेगा, बस हम लिंक चेंज कर देंगे कल से, ठीक है ना। एक मिनट, ओली मैम को ही बना देता हूँ, ऑडियो कर लो ना ओली, हैंड रेज करो ना।
Okay, what have we got here? USB. I'm just trying to fix
एक
my
सेकंड
camera.
रुकिएगा, एक सेकंड।
Well, we've stopped them in their tracks, which is good.
अच्छा मुझे एक चीज समझ नहीं आता, ये जो
Okay.
डिस्टर्ब करने के लिए यहाँ
Oh,
पे
my
उसको
camera's
मिलता
back.
क्या है बताओ।
Oh, figured out what the problem
साले
was.
अंग्रेज लोग, उसके पास में फुर्सत का टाइम रहता है यहाँ पे आकर के, पता
No,
नहीं
my
इसको कैसे
camera's
मिल
not
जाता है
back.
ये लिंक, है ना। एक सेकंड,
My camera's been naughty. They've got me.
बोली शेमफुल।
Here we go.
मीटिंग तो करने नहीं देंगे ये लोग, क्या कर सकते हैं हम।
I don't like the color, so I want more of a smart drawing. That's what smart drawing does.
अरे निशा मैम के टीम से कोई है क्या? एक बार निशा मैम को कॉल करो ना, बोलो कि मैम जूम का यहाँ पे हो गया है तो।
Oh my goodness.
धनंजय नाम से कोई है सर, धनंजय नाम से जो ना वही स्क्रीन पर जो ना ये लिख रहे हैं।
Wait, I'm doing it.
निशा मैम कल से हम अपना लिंक चेंज कर रहे हैं परमानेंटली। मैं तो अपना टीम को इस तरह से डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं होने दूंगा। ये आपका लिंक इधर उधर वायरल हो चुका है मैम, तो वी हैव टू चेंज द लिंक नाउ।
We have to change the link. That's not going to stop you guys. We'll find the link. Now, for some reason, my camera is
Having
going
those
crazy.
control links that this will be avoided, no problem. Whatever you want to do, but अभी इसको avoid करते ना।
You can't turn your mic off. Whoa! I think they've shut the meeting down, did they? Oh no.
Okay, अब नहीं होगा।
Close window. Something's gone wrong with me.
देखते हैं मैम।
Just trying to figure out what's gone wrong with my camera. Right.
वो बार बार ना एक्सेस मांग रहा होता है कि मैं डिक्लाइन कर रहा हूँ, फिर से वो कर रहा था।
अभी भी एक्सेस मांग रहे हैं क्या?
अभी भी मांग रहा है। यूजर नेम विश्वास कामली इज रिक्वेस्टिंग, मतलब वही बाहर के है। अभी यहाँ पे मांग रहे डिक्लाइन अप्रूव, डिक्लाइन ही तो करूँगा।
एक मिनट आप 1 मिनट।
Here we go.
पहले आपने सेटिंग किया था ना मैम?
हाँ सेटिंग किया था इसका।
रुकिए मैं आपको होस्ट बना देता हूँ, आप देखिए कैसे क्या करना।
रिमोट कंट्रोल एक्सेस तो इसका सेट कर दिया था पूरा।
Yeah, not good. Oh, I'm back.
1 मिनट ना, मैं शेयर करके देखती हूँ विनोद जी, फिर मुझे नजर में आएगा ना कि ये क्या बोल रहा है, देन आई विल एबल टू गेट दैट की, है ना?
एक बार आप शेयर करिए ना, आपको वही दिखाई देगा।
हाँ फिर मुझे समझ में आ जाएगा।
All right, so
मुझे
what I'm doing is
then I will share
I don't know if it's going to work. It is. So what I'm doing is I'm renaming myself, and then I'm going in here and I'm.
ये कोई बॉन्चेट पे तो नहीं डाल देता है लिंक इधर से?
Did he say Bonchet?
पता नहीं मैम, कहीं ना कहीं तो जाता होगा।
क्योंकि जहां पर जा रहा है, क्योंकि इवनिंग में तो अभी तक ऐसे इशू आए नहीं अभी तक, शाम वाले में। ओके मैं शेयर करने लगी हूँ।
Here we go.
Okay. Weiner care.
Wanker, it's meant to be, dumb cow.
कैरन भी है, 1 मिनट इनको ना देख के व्यू करके।
Gotta be quick on the mouse. There, she's back.
अच्छा ये लोग जो हैं ये किसी और नाम से आए हुए हैं, इनको 1 सेकेंड।
So I'm renaming myself. So every time they get a chance to find the name, now they've got 418 people in here, and now I've got Holding McGrawing as a name. So she's going to read that out loud again. And then by that time, I'm going to change my name to Suck on Z's Nuts.
सारे इकट्ठे बैठे हुए हैं।
See? They're a bit dumb, aren't they?
Holden MC.
Holding my groin.
On to zone.
So now she's going looking for me. Leave it, it's a scam. So it's pretty much a laugh. Oh, right, now I'm going to get a backup Zoom going. Oh, I have got a backup Zoom going, so I don't need one just yet. But I will do another
हमारे
one.
नाम लिख के आ रहे।
At least she's got a sense of humor.
अभी देखिए, let me share it again.
They've already. Oh yeah, hold it. Okay. They got 400 people. We just caused disruption here. It's brilliant. I'm going to have War and Peace. That'd be a good name. Uh-oh, I just stuffed up my camera again, I think. I'll just change my camera.
ओके अभी मेरे पास तो नहीं आया कोई रिक्वेस्ट टिल नाउ क्योंकि उनको निकाल दिया 2-3 लोग जो थे।
Okay.
आप देखिए विनोद जी, अगर आपके पास भी आ रहा है देन वी विल सी इट अगेन, क्योंकि ये लोग मल्टीपल अकाउंट्स होते हैं ना, जैसे हमारे पास ईमेल मल्टीपल होते हैं।
Okay, I'll
तो
just sort of put it
मल्टीपल
मैम हमें ना आज मैं भी पता कर देखो मैम, कोई ना कोई सेटिंग तो होगा क्योंकि
मैंने
ऐसे
सेटिंग इसका रिमोट कंट्रोल वाला ऑफ कर दिया, आ रहा है अभी भी, 1 मिनट। वारन ये लोग
Or-
बीच में बैठे हैं, मैंने इसको रिमोट कंट्रोल वाला जो है सेटिंग ऑफ कर दिया था परसों ना, उसके बाद हुआ नहीं वो।
that. War and Peace.
पीस
She's reading the name out, and I've changed it to Dixon
ओके।
Cider.
चलो कोई नहीं, वो चीज
मैंने मैम आज हम बस शेयरिंग रख लेते हैं बाकी।
हाँ हाँ, अभी काम तो हो गया ना हमारा, सुबह सुबह ही
Don't
प्रेजेंटेशन।
have an
किसी
argument.
एक्सपर्ट को आज ना बात करके मैं भी देखता हूँ कि ऐसे तो
हाँ
कोई
नो प्रॉब्लम, कुछ और सेटिंग मिलती है क्योंकि मैंने इसका ले लिया, अभी स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं था मेरे पास, मैंने अपनी तरफ से सेटिंग की थी।
राइट राइट राइट,
रीसेट ले
ऐसे
लेते।
तो कोई किसी के जूम में आकर डिस्टर्ब कर देगा तो
हाँ ये तो देखो शाम को भी कर सकते हैं।
राइट राइट राइट।
तो कोई नहीं, शेयरिंग ऑफ कर देते हैं, आप अभी अपना मजे से शेयरिंग करिए।
हाँ कोई
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 नजर
दिक्कत
आता है तो उसको रिमूव कर देंगे गौतम जी, मैं भी थोड़ा बिजी थी, अभी मैंने एकदम से देखा कि
नहीं।
कुछ।
एक मिनट, मैं एक अंग्रेज से थोड़ा बात ही कर लेता हूँ, रुकिए
नहीं नहीं,
मतलब।
ये बात नहीं करना है इससे, ये फालतू बकवास करते हैं,
अच्छा
अपने
अच्छा,
लोग खराब होंगे, ठीक है ना।
I've been removed.
इनसे
ठीक
बात
है,
नहीं
जितने भी
करनी।
पोस्ट है ना, जितने भी आपको ये अंग्रेज दिखता है ना, उसको
हाँ
बस
कोई
एक
भी
बार
अंग्रेज या नाम प्लीज आपको दिख रहा है तो उसको
रिमूव कर
तुरंत आप
देना इसको।
रिमूव कर दे।
हाँ हटाओ इसको,
वो अच्छी
फालतू की
बात
यहाँ
है,
पे आके बकवास
क्योंकि
करेगा।
हो ये सुबह ही रहा है।
जी
She's
मैम।
grumpy.
हाँ सुबह के टाइम में ही हो रहा है, ऐसे क्यों हो रहा है वो देखना पड़ेगा कि कहाँ लिंक जा रहा है जिस वजह से हो रहा है।
नहीं
ये
तो क्या
लोग
पता।
को ऐसे सब लोग अपने नाम से आए प्लीज, क्योंकि जो नाम से नहीं होंगे उनको हम खुद ही रिमूव कर देंगे इधर से, चाहे डिवाइस हो चाहे कुछ भी हो,
हम्म,
है ना। ठीक है, ओके।
Okay.
ठीक है मैम, ओके ओके, कोई बात नहीं।
Okay. Let me carry on.
अब देख सकते हैं कि कुछ लोग ऐसे भी होते हैं, अब क्या कर सकते
Technical
हैं।
problems.
तो ये
404
तो
people.
स्क्रीन शेयर।
विनोद जी एक बात बोलना चाहूंगी, इंटरप्ट कर रही हूँ आपको।
जी मैम।
प्रोफेसर स्टीफन बेड ने एक बात बोली कि जब आप बहुत अच्छा कर रहे होते हैं ना,
Oh, and this is a
और इस
high-tech
तरह के अगर
company
स्कैमर बीच में नहीं आते
who
हैं आपको डिस्टर्ब
claims they're
करने के लिए,
making
इसका मतलब
millions of
आप सही
dollars,
डायरेक्शन में
billions of
नहीं
dollars
है।
from arbitrage trading, can't
राइट
handle a
राइट
अगर
Zoom
आप
meeting.
बिल्कुल सही काम कर रहे हैं, ज्यादा अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं, बहुत ऊपर जा रहे हैं ना, तो ये लोगों ने आना ही है। जैसे कि
We
जब
need
एक
a
लाइट
translator.
बल्ब जलता है ना तो कितने लोगों को रोशनी देता है, दैट
Yeah.
बल्ब इज विनोद जी, राइट। सो बहुत सारे कीट पतंगे उठ के बीच में आते हैं, जो लोग लाइट एंजॉय कर रहे हैं वो लोग यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी लाइट एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, और बाकी ये दीज पीपल आर मॉथ्स, दीज पीपल कांट सी। सो आप बस इन्हें रिमूव करते जाएं, वो मुझे दिख रहे
I
हैं,
got
जैसे मुझे
removed.
दिखा अभी, मैंने तुरंत उसको फिर निकाल दिया। जिसको
जी।
दिखता है बस उनको निकालते जाएं, और प्रोफेसर खुद इनको बोलते हैं कि ये हमारा पॉजिटिव पॉइंट है, क्योंकि जब हम अच्छा कर रहे थे तभी ये लोग आएंगे, खराब कर रहे थे तो उसको खराब करने कौन आएगा। ठीक है, ऑल द
कोई
बेस्ट।
नहीं मैम, आज हम और देखेंगे कि कोई एडवांस सेटिंग कुछ जो भी
यस,
होगा ना वो हम कर लेंगे।
डू इट डेफिनेटली।
हर प्रॉब्लम का कोई ना कोई सोल्यूशन तो होता है, चलो हम हैंडल कर लेते हैं मैम, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है यहाँ पे ना। ओके ओके ओके।
So the guy that's in charge here,
चलो दोस्तों, अपना मीटिंग को
I've gone in there with
नहीं
his
कर
name.
पाएंगे, बट वी कैन कंटिन्यू द मीटिंग हियर, जस्ट गिव वन सेकंड, एक सेकंड दीजिएगा मुझे।
So it's going to be his own name.
ओके, आज ना मैं आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा क्लोजिंग करना सिखा देता हूँ, ठीक है। कि बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं कि सर हम प्लान तो शेयर करते हैं लेकिन सर हमसे क्लोजिंग नहीं होता। कितने लोग प्रॉपर तरीके से
They're closing the
क्लोजिंग
meeting, are they?
करना सीखना चाहते हैं, एक बार हैंडल करो ना। सर हमको क्लोजिंग करना सिखाओ, क्लोजिंग क्लोजिंग कैसे करना होता है,
Closing?
हैंडल करो अगर आप सीखना चाहते हो तो। अब प्लान तो हो गया, हैंडल नहीं कर सकते क्या? हाँ कर सकते, कर सकते, ओके ओके,
He's finishing.
ठीक है, वेरी नाइस। इसने सिस्टम भी हैंग करा दिया तो, हाँ ठीक है, रुक जाओ। ओके, तो सर क्लोजिंग का सबसे बेस्ट तरीका मैं आप लोगों को सिखा देता हूँ। क्लोजिंग का सबसे बेस्ट तरीका होता है, आप फॉर्मूला लिख सकते हो, उस फॉर्मूला को हम बोलते हैं फील फेल्ट फाउंड। इसको हम बोलते हैं फील फेल्ट फाउंड, ये फॉर्मूला होता है। तो जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आप किसी को वेबिनार के लिए बुलाते हैं, आपने लिंक शेयर किया, देखिए आपका 90% जो काम है ना सर क्लोजिंग, 90% क्लोजिंग होता है इनविटेशन से। द वे यू इनवाइट, जिस प्रकार से जो बोल करके आप, क्या बोल करके आप लोगों को वेबिनार के लिए बुलाते हो ना सर, आपका क्लोजिंग कैसा होगा, डिसाइड बाय योर इनविटेशन। जैसे मैंने आपको स्टार्टिंग में बोला था कि बिना कॉल पे बात करे किसी को वेबिनार का लिंक शेयर मत करना। पहले कॉल पे बात करो, सामने वाले से पूछो कि आर यू इंटरेस्टेड टू मेक मनी, क्या आप पैसा बनाने के लिए इच्छुक हो। अगर सामने वाला बोलता है कि यस मैं इच्छुक हूं, मुझे भी पैसा कमानी है, अगर वो एग्री करता है, गौतम जी कुछ लोग मेरे नाम से लॉगिंग है तो उसको हटा देना, क्योंकि विनोद यहाँ पे एक ही है, ठीक है। अरे एक सेकेंड रुक जाओ, मैं ही रिमूव कर देता हूँ यहाँ पे। व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, रिमूव देम। ओके, चलो करने दो, उसका हरकत ये सब करने दो, है ना, अपन काम करते रहते हैं यहाँ पे। ओके, तो सर क्लोजिंग के लिए सबसे बेस्ट फॉर्मूला होता है फील फेल्ड फाउंड। तो ये फॉर्मूला तभी काम आएंगे सर जब आप प्रॉपर तरीके से लोगों को इनवाइट करोगे। मैं तो कहता हूं ना सर, बस ना आप लोग इनविटेशन करना सीख लो, प्रॉपर तरीके से लोगों को इनवाइट करना सीख लो, प्रॉपर तरीके से वीडियो शेयर करना सीख लो, कि वीडियो यूट्यूब से वीडियो कैसे शेयर करना होता है, इतना सर। अगर आपको इनवाइट करना आ गया ना सर, बाकी काम ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाएगा। बाकी काम ऑटोमेटिकली, पहला मेन काम है कि इनवाइट करना। तो पहले तो इनवाइट कैसे करना ये सिखा देता, फिर क्लोजिंग कैसे करना ये भी सिखा दूंगा प्रॉपर तरीके से। तो इनवाइट कैसे करना है सर, आज आप लोग क्या करना, इस मीटिंग के बाद में जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, कुछ लोगों को मैसेज लिखो, आई वॉन्ट टू टॉक टू यू, प्लीज कॉल मी अर्जेंट, ऐसा कुछ लिखो। लोगों को, लोग आपको कॉल करेंगे। जब
जब
लोग
लोग
आपको
आपको
कॉल
कॉल
करेंगे,
करेंगे,
आपके
आपके
लोग
लोग
जब
जब
आपको
आपको
कॉल
कॉल
करेंगे,
करेंगे,
तो आप कम टू द पॉइंट पे आना, डायरेक्टली बात करना कि आर यू इंटरेस्टेड टू मेक मनी, क्या आप पैसा कमाना चाहते हो। डायरेक्टली बात करो, क्या आप पैसा कमाना चाहते
dear.
हो। आंसर आता है यस मैं पैसा कमाना चाहता हूँ। तो बोलिए कि अगर मैं आपको एक वीडियो शेयर करूं तो आप वीडियो देख लोगे। बोलूंगा मैं देख लूंगा।
So they
तो
lost
आप
about
वीडियो
20
शेयर कर
people
दो।
since we've been doing this.
अगर आप लोगों को, अगर आप स्क्रीन शेयर करके प्लान बता सकते हो, तो उनको बोलिए कि मैं आपको वीडियो कॉल कर रहा हूं, आप वीडियो कॉल पे आओ। तो व्हाट्सएप से वीडियो कॉल करो, या फिर अपना जूम का लिंक शेयर करो, आप लोगों को अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करके लोगों को प्लान दिखाओ। सर हमारा और आपका ना जो काम है ना, यही सब है, इसके अलावा कोई दूसरा काम नहीं है। जो आपको लगता है सर कुछ और बताइए विनोद सर, ये सब तो पता है, अरे भाई कुछ और काम नहीं है। वीडियो शेयर करना, कॉल पे लोगों से बात करना, लोगों को इनवाइट करना, प्लान दिखाना, स्क्रीन शेयर करना, इसके अलावा दूसरा कोई काम नहीं है। क्या करोगे दूसरा, हमको क्या गाय और भैंस चरानी है क्या, क्या सर वहां पे गांव में जा करके, नहीं वो सब नहीं हमारा काम। हमारा काम यही है, लोगों से बात करना, टॉक टू पीपल एंड शो द प्लान, टॉक टू पीपल शो द प्लान, टॉक टू पीपल शो द प्लान। लोगों से बात करो प्लान दिखाओ, लोगों से बात करो प्लान दिखाओ, लोगों से बात करो प्लान दिखाओ। हाँ, तो जैसे कि आपने किसी को वीडियो शेयर कर दिया, ठीक है। अब वीडियो शेयर करने के बाद आप उनको बोलो कि सर मैम आप पहले वीडियो देखिए और फिर मुझे आप कॉल कीजिए। तो अगर वो आपको कॉल करता है तो ठीक, वरना आप उनको कॉल करो, उनको बोलिए कि आप कब तक आप वीडियो देख चुके होंगे। तो बोलेगा कि मैं अगले 1 घंटे में वीडियो।
Yeah.
तो
So
जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने 10 बजे किसी को वीडियो शेयर किया, तो उनको बोलिए कि मैं आपको कितने बजे कॉल करूं, आप कितने बजे तक वीडियो देख चुके होंगे। पूछना है आपको सर कि आप कितने बजे तक वीडियो देख चुके होंगे। तो सामने वाला बोला कि चलो मैं 1 बजे तक वीडियो देख चुका हूँ, ठीक है मैं आपको 1:30 बजे कॉल करूंगा। क्या है गौतम जी, मैं आपको 1:30 बजे कॉल करता हूं। आप 1:30 बजे कॉल करो। आपने 1:30 बजे कॉल किया, आप पूछिए हाँ जी आपने वीडियो देख लिया, बोले हाँ देख लिया। तो बताइए सबसे अच्छा आपको क्या लगा, वीडियो देखने के बाद सबसे अच्छा आपको क्या लगा। क्या बोलना है सर,
put my hand up.
सबसे अच्छा क्या लगा। तो वो आपको कुछ ना कुछ बताएंगे, ये अच्छा लगा वो अच्छा लगा, है ना। तो आपका काम है उनके हाँ में हाँ
Go, mate.
मिलाना। आपका काम क्या है सर, उनके हाँ में हाँ मिलाना। वो बोलता है कि मुझे यहाँ पे नॉन वर्किंग इनकम बहुत अच्छा लगा। आप बोलिए सर यही तो हमारा बिजनेस का खासियत है कि आप बिना किसी को ज्वाइन करा करके भी पैसे बना सकते हो। यही तो हमारा
It's not amazing.
बिजनेस का खासियत है। और यही चीज देख करके, यही नॉन वर्किंग इनकम देख करके तो मैंने ज्वाइन किया था। इसको बोलते हैं, इसको बोलते हैं रिलेट करना, उनकी बातों में रिलेट करना। और पूछिए और आपको क्या अच्छा लगा। तो सर मैंने देखा कि वो बोलेगा इनका कंपनसेशन प्लान, बीजी वेल का कंपनसेशन प्लान बहुत ही शानदार है। अरे सर, यही कंपनसेशन प्लान देख करके तो मैंने ज्वाइन किया था। और पूछिए कि सर और अच्छा आपको क्या लगा। सर सैलरी सिस्टम बहुत अच्छा लगा। अरे सर यही सैलरी देख करके तो मैंने ज्वाइन किया था। और पूछिए और क्या अच्छा लगा।
Well, he's really good going
सर
for
ये
it,
अच्छा
isn't
लगा कि यहाँ पे हर सप्ताह पैसा मिलता है। अरे सर इसीलिए तो मैंने ज्वाइन किया। यानी कि उनकी हर बातों में हाँ में हाँ मिलाना, उनकी हर बातों में हाँ में हाँ मिलाना। अब आप पूछिए।
he?
तो सर आपका कोई सवाल है जो आप पूछना चाहते हो? तो सवाल है तो जवाब दीजिए, या फिर अपने अपलाइन को कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल पे लीजिए उनका सवाल का जवाब देने के लिए। अगर आपके पास उनका सवाल का जवाब, अगर आपके पास उनका सवाल का जवाब है तो आप दे दो। अगर आपके पास उनका सवाल का जवाब नहीं तो उनको बोलिए कि सर मैं आपका सवाल का जवाब नहीं दे सकता, तो मेरे एक सीनियर हैं मिस्टर रमेश जी, उनके बारे में बताइए। मेरे सीनियर हैं, उनको अभी 3-4 महीना हो चुके हैं, अच्छे रैंक पे हैं, अच्छा खासा पैसा बना रहे हो। मैं देखता हूँ सर अगर वो फ्री हैं तो मैं उनको एक बार कॉल पे लेता हूँ। तो सीनियर से बात करके कॉन्फ्रेंस कॉल पे लो, उनका सारे डाउट को क्लियर करो, क्योंकि जब तक सामने वाला का डाउट क्लियर नहीं होगा तब तक वो आपके साथ में नहीं जुड़ेंगे। ठीक है सर। तो इस प्रकार से आपने कॉन्फ्रेंस में बात कराया। सब कुछ बात करने के बाद सर आप, अगर आपको, अगर उनके मन में कोई सवाल नहीं है तो उनसे पूछिए कि सर आप कितने से स्टार्ट करना चाहेंगे, 30,000 से, 50,000 से, 1 लाख से, या फिर 3 लाख से। 50, 30,000 से, 50,000 से, 1 लाख से, या फिर 3 लाख से, कितने से आप स्टार्ट करना चाहेंगे? तो बहुत सारे लोग तो आपसे पूछेंगे कि कितने से करना चाहिए। तो उनसे आप पूछिए कि आप कितना तक एफर्ट कर सकते हो, कितना तक आप रिस्क ले सकते हो, पहले क्लियर कर लो। तो बोलेगा सर अभी मैं 50,000 तक लगा सकता हूँ, तो कोई बात नहीं। ज्यादा उनको प्रेशराइज मत कीजिए अपना कमीशन बनाने के लिए कि नहीं सारा का सारा सेविंग इसी अकाउंट इसी में डाल दो। नो, अगर कोई कहता है कि मैं 50,000 के लिए कंफर्टेबल, तो 50,000 ही लगाओ। तो ठीक है सर, ये बताइए कि आप पेमेंट कैसे करेंगे, है ना, यूएसडीटी में करेंगे या फिर आईएनआर में करेंगे, पेमेंट कैसे करेंगे आप? तो बोलेगा कि सर मेरे पास यूएसडीटी नहीं है, मैं मेरे पास आईएनआर है। तो बस उसका जुगाड़ कराओ फिर, है ना, कहाँ पे पेमेंट करवानी है, क्या करानी है। आपको दिक्कत कहाँ पे आएगा बता देता हूँ, आपको दिक्कत आएगा, वो बोलेगा कि सर सब कुछ तो बढ़िया है लेकिन मेरे पास अभी फिलहाल पैसे नहीं। ये दिक्कत सबको आते हैं, मेरे पास भी आते हैं, दिक्कत नहीं है मतलब चैलेंज है कि सर सब कुछ तो बढ़िया है लेकिन मेरे पास अभी पैसे नहीं है। तो पैसे वाले ऑब्जेक्शन को कैसे हैंडल करेंगे सर? अगर कोई बोलता है कि मेरे पास में पैसे नहीं है, तो आप उनको बोलिए कि सर जब मैंने इस प्लान को देखा था मुझे भी प्लान बहुत अच्छा लगा था, जैसे आज आपको अच्छा लगा है। और मैं आपको सच बता रहा हूं सर, ज्वाइन करने के लिए मेरे पास में भी पैसे नहीं थे। अगर ये बोल रहा है कि मेरे पास में पैसे नहीं है तो आप भी बोलिए, अगर वो रो रहा है तो आप भी रोना चालू करो। अगर वो एक आंख से आंसू बहा रहा है तो आप दोनों आंख से आंसू बहाओ। हेलो, सुन पा रहे हैं आप लोग? अगर
यस
सुन
सर,
रहे
यस
हैं तो एक
सर।
बार, सुन रहे हो तो एक बार हैंडल करके बताइए कि बिना सर सुन रहे हैं। मैं आपको क्लोजिंग सिखा रहा हूँ सर, वरना पता चला कि 10 प्लान दिखा रहे हो और एक भी व्यक्ति नहीं जुड़ रहा है आपके साथ में, क्योंकि गलत तरीके से प्लान दिखा रहे हो, गलत तरीके से क्लोजिंग कर रहे हो। मैं तो आपको ऐसे ऐसे टेक्निक बता दूंगा ना सर, वो मार्केट में जाएगा किडनी बेच करके आपको पैसा देगा, ना देगा तो मेरे को बताना। लिटरली बता रहा हूं। हम चोरे वहां तक नहीं पहुंचना चाहूंगा, आप मतलब डर जाओगे। तो सामने वाला बोलता रोना रोएगा, "है, पैसे नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है", तो उनको बोलिए सर मैम पहले तो ये बताओ कि क्या आप सच में पैसे कमाना चाहते हो, यस या नो? आप पैसे कमाना चाहते हो? बोले हाँ पैसे कमाना चाहता हूँ। सच में चाहते हो? हाँ चाहता हूँ। मुझे पहले तो ये बताइए मुझे तो पहले आप ये बताइए कि
This is a
ऐसा कौन
scam.
सा
They
फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम है
want to
जिससे आप
steal your
बाहर निकलना
money.
चाहते हो, पहले ये बताओ।
Brilliant.
अभी क्लोजिंग बंद कर दो।
Whoop, I've been
ऐसा कौन
removed.
सा फाइनेंशियल प्रॉब्लम है जिससे आप बाहर आना चाहते हो? तो बोलेगा कि मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये
Brilliant.
प्रॉब्लम है, ये प्रॉब्लम।
The scams, they want
उनको
you to
बोलिए
steal your money
आप
and
इस
leave you
प्रॉब्लम
now.
से बाहर कैसे, चलो इस बिजनेस को हम साइड कर देते हैं, आप इस
Sorry.
प्रॉब्लम से बाहर कैसे आ सकते हो? तो बोलेगा ऐसे कुछ मैं ढूंढ रहा हूं। तो सर उनसे बोलिए कि क्या आपको प्लान समझ में आ गया? हाँ जी आ गया। तो आप बोल रहे हो कि आपके पास में पैसे नहीं है। सर मैं आपकी जानकारी के लिए बता दूं, मेरे पास में भी पैसे नहीं थे, लेकिन मैंने कैसे कैसे करके जुगाड़ किया। 2 महीना
This is a
पहले मैंने सर
scam.
सिस्टम को स्टार्ट
They
किया
want
था।
to steal your
और
money.
आपकी जानकारी के लिए बता दूं, 2 महीने में जितना पैसा मैंने लगाया था ना सर, मेरा पैसा ऑलरेडी 3 गुना हो चुके हैं। इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ बोलो मत। अब उनको बोलिए कि सर आपको शायद यकीन नहीं होगा, एक काम करो सर, मैं आपको वीडियो कॉल कर रहा हूँ। अब आप उनको
I
वीडियो
love
कॉल
the
करो
new image.
व्हाट्सएप पे, स्क्रीन शेयर करो
Can you send me
और
a copy of it?
अपना पोर्टफोलियो दिखा दो कि सर मैम मेरे पास में भी लगाने के लिए पैसे नहीं थे, मैंने अपने पड़ोसी से उधार लिया, बगल वाली चाची से उधार लिया, उससे उधार लिया। बोलो शर्म क्या है, जो फैक्ट है फैक्ट है, उधार लिया। जैसे नेहरू सर बोलते कि मेरे पास में पैसे नहीं थे, है ना, मीटिंग में होंगे नेहरू सर। और आज जितना लगाया था 30,000 लगा करके आज तकरीबन तकरीबन 2.5 लाख रुपए बना चुके हैं। बताओ, सामने वाला को दे भी सकता है, कितना बना लिया। तो उनको बताना, बोलने से अच्छा है कि वीडियो कॉल करके दिखा दो कि मैंने भी कैसे करके 30,000 का जुगाड़ किया था।
Right.
आज मेरे वॉलेट में देखो
I'm
2.5 लाख
opening up
रुपया बन चुके
Discord.
हैं, 2 लाख रुपया बन
Can you
चुके
send me a
हैं।
copy of it? I might
बताइए
use
और
it myself.
दिखाइए। तो उनको क्या आएगा, कॉन्फिडेंट आएंगे
You
कि
like
अच्छा
my
सच
new
में
image?
यहाँ से
I
पैसे
love your
बनते हैं।
new
उनको
image.
बताइए कि देखो मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, बस कॉपी एंड पेस्ट किया, कॉपी एंड पेस्ट किया, कॉपी एंड पेस्ट किया, आज मेरा 2.5 लाख का वॉलेट बन चुका है।
These poor little Indian guys
अब
trying to make
सामने
a
वाले से
living.
पूछिए कि सर क्या अब जुगाड़ हो जाएगा? बोलता है कि नहीं
Thank
जुगाड़ नहीं
you.
हो पाएगा। कुछ तो ढीठ ऐसे होंगे, फिर भी बोलेगा, फिर रोना रोएगा, अब तो 3 आंख से रोएगा
I'll see if I can get
कि
it.
सर मैं तो किसी को जानता नहीं हूँ, है ना, मेरे को तो
Discord.
कोई पैसे नहीं दे सकता, ये नहीं
I'm
करता, वो नहीं
trying.
करता।
Discord takes so
फिर
long
से
to
वहीं पे
open.
आइए आप, उनको बोलिए सर
There it is.
क्या आप इस बिजनेस को करना चाहते हो, यस या नो? हाँ
Thank you.
करना चाहता हूँ। पैसे कमाना चाहते हो, यस। तो सर बिना पैसा लगा करके,
What's
तो सर
new?
आप यहाँ से तो पैसे तो नहीं बना सकते, तो आप कह रहे हो कि आपके पास में पैसे नहीं। सर एक ही बताओ, सच में आपके पास लगाने के लिए
Okay,
पैसे
let's
नहीं है?
see.
आप बोलिए सच में आपके पास लगाने के लिए पैसे नहीं है क्या? तो बोलेगा कि नहीं है।
Here you go.
तो सर नहीं है तो जुगाड़ तो कर सकते हो ना सर। अच्छा सर आज के दिन में अगर आपके घर में कोई इमरजेंसी हो जाता है, 30-50 हजार का अगर आपको जुगाड़ करना पड़े तो आप क्या करोगे? खुदा ना खासा अगर आपके घर में कोई इमरजेंसी हो जाता है, किसी की तबीयत खराब हो जाती है, कुछ भी हो जाता है, अगर आपको 30-50 हजार का जुगाड़ करना पड़े, 30,000 का या 50,000 का जुगाड़ करना पड़े, तो आप क्या करोगे? क्या बोलेगा सर? हाँ जुगाड़ कर लेंगे। तो सर अगर आप बाकी काम के लिए पैसे की जुगाड़ कर सकते हो, तो इस काम के लिए भी तो जुगाड़ कर, इसका मतलब जुगाड़ तो आप कर सकते हो सर। लेकिन आप ये है कि करना नहीं चाहते। तो सर मैं आपसे फिर से पूछना चाहूंगा, क्या आप इस बिजनेस को करना चाहते हो? हाँ करना चाहता हूँ। तो सर आप कितने देर में पैसों का जुगाड़ कर लेंगे? उनसे पूछिए कि आप कितने देर में पैसों का जुगाड़ कर लेंगे। यानी कि आपको कुल मिला करके सर गिव अप नहीं करना है। एक
Ah,
बार अगर कोई व्यक्ति बोल देता है कि मेरे पास में पैसे, इसका मतलब ये नहीं को ज्वाइन नहीं करना चाहता, उनके डाउट है। उनको बोलिए सर मैं आपको प्रेशराइज नहीं करना चाहता, अब आपकी मर्जी है, अगर आप ज्वाइन करना चाहते हो तो करो, नहीं करना चाहते हैं सर आपकी मर्जी है। मेरा काम तो आपको प्लान बताना था। सुनिए ध्यान से,
that was
चिपकना
great.
नहीं है कि तू अगर ज्वाइन नहीं करेगा तो मेरा धंधा नहीं चलेगा। अब आपको थोड़ा सा ना एटीट्यूड भी दिखानी है। कैसे वाला कि सर मेरा काम आपको प्लान दिखाना था, सर आप देख लीजिए, अगर आपको स्टार्ट करना है कर सकते हो, नहीं तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है सर, मैं तो अपना पैसा बना ही रहा हूं। मैं तो कॉपी एंड पेस्ट के माध्यम से सर कॉपी एंड पेस्ट करके पैसा तो बना ही रहा हूं। अगर आपको जुड़ना है पैसा तो बना ही रहा हूं, अगर आपको जुड़ना है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ज्यादा चिपकना नहीं है। समझ में आया सर? तो इस प्रकार से सर आप लोगों को क्लोजिंग कर सकते हो सर। यहाँ पे मतलब खास करके बीजी वेल्थ में लोगों को क्लोजिंग करना बहुत
Yeah.
आसान है सर। आप क्या करो ना, लोगों को अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करके, वीडियो कॉल करके अपना पोर्टफोलियो, अपना प्रॉफिट लोगों को दिखाओ। और यही दिखाने का काम अगर आपने चालू किया तो सर पैसे की बरसात होना तो तय है। तो 3-4 चीजें सर आपको डेली बेसिस में करनी है। क्या करनी है? एक तो यूट्यूब से वीडियो शेयर करना लोगों को चालू करो, रिजल्ट अच्छा
Oh,
आएगा।
this is hard work.
वीडियो कॉल करके लोगों को स्क्रीन शेयर करना चालू करो, रिजल्ट आपको अच्छा आएगा।
Is he still going on
और जो
about
जितने
screen
भी
share?
हमारे वेबिनार होता है सर,
We need a
वेबिनार के लिए लोगों
translator.
को बुलाना चालू करो, रिजल्ट आपको अच्छा आएगा। 3-4 चीजें करो। फील्ड में जाकर के अगर आप प्लान दिखाना चाहते हो, प्लान भी दिखा सकते हो, आपकी मर्जी है। आप वही करो जिस काम को करने से आपको रिजल्ट मिलता हो, और उस काम को बंद कर दो जिस काम को करने से आपको रिजल्ट नहीं मिलता। अगर फील्ड में जाने से, प्लान दिखाने से रिजल्ट नहीं मिलता, कुछ और करो। वीडियो शेयर करने से रिजल्ट नहीं मिलता, कुछ और करो। कुछ और मतलब अलग अलग तरीका ढूंढो। जैसे कि मेरा जो रिजल्ट है सर, मैं ज्यादातर लोगों को अपना वीडियो शेयर कर देता हूँ, या फिर वीडियो कॉल करके अपना पोर्टफोलियो दिखा देता हूँ कि देखो मैंने इतने दिन पहले, 1.5 महीना पहले मैंने इतना लगाया था, अभी मेरा इतने का पोर्टफोलियो बन चुका है। इस प्रकार से मैं कॉपी एंड पेस्ट करके पैसे बनाता हूँ। बताने से अच्छा मैं लोगों को दिखा जाता हूँ, और डेली कोई ना कोई मेरे साथ में जुड़ जाते हैं। तो आप ये काम भी कर सकते हो सर।
Okay, we're going to go for 2 now.
ऑलराइट, तो यहाँ पे सर ज्यादा दिमाग लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि बिजनेस बहुत ही सिंपल है सर। हमारा बिजनेस बहुत ही सिंपल है। तो डेली बेसिस में जितने ज्यादा लोगों को अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करके वीडियो दिखा, सॉरी, स्क्रीन शेयर करके अपना पोर्टफोलियो दिखाएंगे, जितने ज्यादा लोगों को आप वीडियो शेयर करेंगे, और जितने ज्यादा लोगों को
Yeah.
आप इनवाइट करेंगे वेबिनार के लिए, उतने ही ज्यादा लोग आपके साथ में
Two.
ज्वाइन करेंगे इस बिजनेस को। ओके, ये था कुछ क्लोजिंग का टेक्निक सर। और भी टेक्निक आप यहाँ पे इस्तेमाल कर सकते हो।
Been removed.
और खैर उतना भी ज्यादा दिमाग लगाने की आपको जरूरत नहीं पड़ेंगे। तो कुल मिलाकर के सर आपको नंबर के साथ चलना है सर। नंबर के साथ चलो।
Oh, number what?
अगर आप गौरव भट्ट सर के तरह सर महीने का 13 से 14 करोड़ और दिन का 45 लाख रुपया कमाना चाहते हो, तो मैं आपको एक ही एडवाइस देना चाहूंगा जो मैंने किया है। इंग्लिश में कहावत है, यहाँ पे अंग्रेज अंग्रेज को भी काम आ जाएंगे, साला ये भी आता है मीटिंग में। When you lack in skill, then work with the number. अंग्रेज तुम्हारा भी काम आ जाएगा, तुम
What
भी
a
सीख ले भाई।
scumbag this guy is, isn't it?
तो अगर आपको,
Gil
अगर
wanted to
आप
end the
में
meeting,
कला
but
की
he
कमी
said
है,
no.
स्किल
Let
की
me
कमी
keep
है,
going
तो आप नंबर
and
के
remove
साथ चलो।
them. Getting desperate, you
नंबर के
see.
साथ चलने का मतलब क्या होता है? देखो सुनो ध्यान से। आप 10 लोगों को वीडियो शेयर कर रहे हो, और 10 लोगों को वीडियो शेयर करने से एक व्यक्ति ज्वाइन हो रहा है। गुड
Okay.
न्यूज ये है कि कम से कम ज्वाइन तो हो रहा है।
Here you go. He's
हेलो,
gone. Try again.
गुड न्यूज ये है कि कम से कम ज्वाइन तो हो रहा है। लेकिन आप ये सोच करके वीडियो शेयर नहीं करेंगे कि अरे यार, एक ज्वाइनिंग के लिए मुझे 10 लोगों को वीडियो शेयर करना पड़ेगा।
He's getting really upset.
आलसी लोगों का न तो भूत अच्छा था,
Woo-ta-ta-ta.
न तो वर्तमान अच्छा है, ना उसका भविष्य अच्छा होगा। आलसी मत बनो वीडियो शेयर करने के लिए। मैं कहता हूं कि आपको, आप में स्किल की कमी है, आप में एजुकेशन की कमी है, आप में कला की कमी है। तो नंबर पे खेलना चालू करो। नंबर पे खेलने का मतलब क्या है? आप मान के चलो कि 5 लोगों को प्लान दिखाते हो, और 5 प्लान दिखाने से एक ज्वाइनिंग आती है। मैं कहता हूं ना, नंबर पे खेलो। अब आप क्या करो सर, 10 लोगों को प्लान दिखाओ, इससे क्या होगा? 10 में से कम 2 तो ज्वाइन होंगे। अब आप 15 लोगों को प्लान दिखाओ, कम से कम 3 तो ज्वाइन होंगे। इसको बोलता है व्हेन यू लैक इन स्किल वर्क विद द नंबर। नंबर का खेल है सर। अब मान के चलिए किसी को बहुत बेहतरीन तरीके से प्लान देना आता है, क्लोजिंग भी करना आता है, लेकिन सप्ताह में 2 ही प्लान दिखाता है। हेलो, उसको क्लोजिंग भी करना आता है, प्लान भी दिखाना आता है,
Did
सब
he
कुछ
say
अच्छा
closing?
अच्छा लगता है, लेकिन सप्ताह में 2 ही प्लान दिखाता है। तो सप्ताह में
Okay, let's
कितने ज्वाइन
see.
होंगे? 2 ही लोग तो ज्वाइन होंगे, अगर 100% का रेशियो है तो। लेकिन अगर आप दिन में 5 लोगों को वीडियो शेयर करने का काम करोगे, 5 लोगों को इनवाइट करने का काम करोगे, और 5 लोगों को प्लान दिखाने का काम करोगे, 5, अगर एक व्यक्ति भी डेली का ज्वाइन होता है, तो जिसको अच्छे तरीके से प्लान दिखाना आता है, जिसको अच्छे तरीके से क्लोजिंग करना आता है, वो सप्ताह में 2 लोगों को ज्वाइन कराएंगे, और आप सप्ताह में 7 लोगों को ज्वाइन करा चुके हो। तो आप नंबर से टैलेंट को भी बीट कर सकते हो। पता नहीं बातें आपको समझ में नहीं आ रही, नहीं आ रही, मैं समझा सकता। मतलब नंबर से आप टैलेंट को भी बीट कर सकते हो। अब टैलेंट वाले लोगों का एक कमी होता है, मैं बता देना चाहूंगा। टैलेंट वाले लोगों को लगता है कि अरे यार, मैं तो जिसको भी वो ज्वाइन हो जाता है, वो नंबर पे नहीं खेलते। आप क्या करो ना सर, सुनिए ध्यान से। अगर आपको लगता है कि अगर आप में स्किल की कमी है,
Alrighty, now
तो
we're
आप
going to
एक ही
get
काम करो
three.
सर, नंबर पे खेलना चालू कर दो सर। मैं कुल मिला करके इस मीटिंग के थ्रू आप लोगों को कॉपी एंड पेस्ट से बाहर निकालना चाहता हूं कि कॉपी एंड पेस्ट में उलझे मत रहो सर। कॉपी एंड पेस्ट कोई काम नहीं है,
Here
वो
we
तो
go.
भाई बाई
3.
प्रोडक्ट है सर। कॉपी पेस्ट कर दो, पैसे बन जाते हैं। आप भी कॉपी पेस्ट कर लेते हो, हम भी कॉपी पेस्ट कर लेते हैं। कॉपी पेस्ट करना हमारा मेन धंधा नहीं है। एक सेकेंड।
Yeah. Who's quicker on the mouse? Kick me out.
चलो कोई बात नहीं, आते रहेंगे।
I got rid of them. I got rid of them.
तो व्हेन यू लैक इन स्किल, वर्क विद द नंबर। तो सर, जब आप नंबर पे खेलते रहेंगे ना, आपकी जानकारी के लिए बता दूं, 145 करोड़ प्लस लोग रहते हैं इंडिया में। प्रमोद तोमर जी, देवनारायण जी, शेयरिंग के लिए एक्साइटेड मत रहो सर। लोगों को स्किल की
1,
कमी है यहाँ पे। शेयरिंग करके
2.
क्या करेंगे कि मैं इतना छोड़ो, पहले सीखो, पहले सीखो, यहाँ पे कला सीखो। 145 करोड़ लोग रहते हैं इंडिया में सर,
Expel, ding, ding,
और
ding.
जिसमें से 18 से ऊपर वाले कम से कम 100 करोड़ हैं, जिनका उम्र 18 से ऊपर है। मैं आपका तीसरी आंख खोलने का काम कर रहा हूं, सुनो ध्यान से।
Follow that.
खाना खाने के अलावा
Okay, I'm just going to go log into
और 4-5
all
घंटे
these
नींद के
meetings.
अलावा जो भी टाइम आपको मिलता है ना
Oh,
भाई
Deej,
लोग,
not dong, gone dong. Oh, look at the camera.
लोगों से बात
It's
करना
moi.
चालू करो।
See if we can get that in order.
लोगों को एक ही चीज पूछो,
Icky.
हेलो नथुलाल जी, पैसा कमाना चाहते हो? नथुलाल जी कहेगा क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई, कौन पैसा नहीं कमाना चाहता है? अरे लोगों को छोड़ना, तुम कमाना चाहते हो? प्यार से लिपटो। पैसा कमाना चाहते हो? हाँ जी चाहता हूं। सच में चाहते हो? हाँ जी चाहता हूं। एक काम करो, मैं आपको अगर YouTube से एक वीडियो शेयर करूं 30 मिनट का, तो देख लोगे? बोले क्या है वीडियो में? पैसा कमाने के तरीका बताया हुआ है कि कैसे तुम अपने घर में रह करके लाखों रुपए कमा सकते हो। बोले क्या बात कर रहे हैं? बोले क्या बात कर रहे हैं? मजाक थोड़ी कर रहे हो? अरे मजाक
I'll
मजाक
fix
करो,
that
मजाक
up
किया
in a
था? किसने
second.
पहले मजाक किया? ये बताओ, पहले बात ये बताओ, पहले ये बोले था कि पैसे आते हैं,
Party in the
पैसे
house.
कैसे आते हैं? मजाक? बोले नहीं, मजाक मजाक थोड़ी कर रहा हूँ, मजाक थोड़ी कर रहा हूँ, सीरियस। ऐसे नत्थू राम के तरह सत्तू राम को
1,
भी
2,
कॉल करो और भी
3.
राम को कॉल करो। दिन में 2 से बात करो, 10 से बात करो, 20 से बात करो, 50 से बात करो। सर, आई वॉज ऑल्सो ब्रोक।
This is hard work.
तोमर जी, एक टाइम पे मैं ब्रोक था। ब्रोक का मतलब समझते हो हिंदी में क्या होता है? कि आपके पास बैंक बैंक तो बहुत सारे हैं,
Uh-oh.
4
Got
5
the
7
camera on.
बैंक है। आपके पास पॉकेट तो बहुत है, आपके पास वॉलेट तो बहुत है, लेकिन पैसे नहीं है उसमें। उसको बोलता है ब्रोक। नो मनी।
No
मेरे पास
money.
भी नहीं थे।
No money, no
कुछ साल पहले की बात करो,
car.
मिंटर के पास गया, मैंने बोला सर पैसे चाहिए। कह रहा नहीं दूंगा। मैं कहा सर आपसे नहीं मांग रहा हूं मैं, मेरे को कला सिखाओ।
1,
मैंने कहा
2,
मेरे को पैसे चाहिए,
3.
पैसे कमाने का तरीका बताओ, पैसा कमाने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा?
1,
उन्होंने बोला
2.
पैसा कमाने के लिए विनोद विनोद जी तुम्हारे पास में एक डिग्री होना चाहिए। मैंने कहा क्या बात कर रहे हो सर, मेरे पास में ऑलरेडी डिग्री है, मास्टर हूं मैं। कह रहे वो डिग्री नहीं। आप भी पैसे कमाना
Oh,
चाहते हो सर? मैं चाहता हूं कि आज ना एक डिग्री खरीद लो फ्री में, पैसा नहीं देना पड़ेगा। वो डिग्री क्या है सर? बेशर्मी की डिग्री खरीदो। लोगों से बात करने में कोई शर्म नहीं आनी चाहिए आपको। अगर आपके बैंक बैलेंस में सर, बैंक अकाउंट में 10 20 50 करोड़ 100 करोड़ रुपया नहीं है ना सर, तो कुछ महीनों के लिए, कुछ साल के लिए बेशर्मी की डिग्री ले लो। कोई शर्म नहीं आना चाहिए लोगों से बात करने में। अरे सही क्यों
alrighty.
बताओगे?
Is there anyone else? Anyway, what we'll
जब
do.
कॉपी एंड पेस्ट करने से आप पैसे बना सकते हो, तो क्या लोग पैसे नहीं बनाएंगे? हाँ या ना? तो आपको दिक्कत क्या है? बोलने में, बताने में और दिखाने में क्या दिक्कत है? क्या रे भाई, सिर्फ कॉपी एंड पेस्ट करने से पैसे आते तो बोलो ना। अरे गूंगा तो वैसे भी नहीं बोल सकता क्योंकि भगवान ने उसको गूंगा बनाया है। आप तो कम से कम गूंगे तो नहीं हो ना, तो मुंह खोलो ना, दुनिया को बताओ ना कि आप क्या कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो। नहीं नहीं, हम तो शर्मीले हैं। सुनिए, वीक प्लस विक्ट
Ooh.
इक्वल टू गेम ओवर।
Okay.
वीक प्लस विक्ट इक्वल टू गेम ओवर, यानी कि एक तो वैसे भी फाइनेंशियली कमजोर हो और दूसरी बात काम चोर भी हो, तो तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं होने वाला। मैं फिर से रिपीट कर देता हूं, एक तो वैसे भी फाइनेंशियली कमजोर हो, जिसके अकाउंट में 10-20-50 करोड़ रुपया नहीं, वो कमजोर इंसान है, कमजोर, यस, वेरी वेरी कमजोर। वीक, कमजोर भी हो और काम चोर भी हो, तो
This guy
तुम्हारा
doesn't
कुछ नहीं
shut
होने
up, does
वाला।
he?
कमजोर हो चलेगा, लेकिन काम चोर मत बनो। काम चोर के मतलब होता है कि अगर आप महीने का 5 लाख, 10 लाख, 15 लाख, 20 लाख, 50 लाख रुपया अगर आप नहीं बना रहे हो, तो 3-4
Woo, she's
महीने के लिए,
back.
6 महीने के लिए, कम से कम 1 साल के
Go.
लिए एक काम करो,
What
आज ही
about lack
बेशर्मी का
of
डिग्री ले आओ।
CEO?
तो जब मैं ब्रोक था सर, मेरे पास में पैसे नहीं थे, तो मैंने बेशर्मी का डिग्री लाया और मैंने कहा कि साला जो होगा होगा, देखा जाएगा, कौन मेरे को गाली बाहर में जाए दुनिया। मैंने अंधाधुन लोगों को बताना
Right.
चालू किया कि भाई साहब, क्या आप भी पैसे कमाना चाहते हो? हाँ जी, चाहता हूं। मैं आपको यूट्यूब से एक वीडियो शेयर कर रहा हूं, देख लोगे? हाँ देख लूंगा। एक को शेयर किया, दो को शेयर किया, 5 को शेयर किया, 10 को शेयर किया, मैंने किसी को नहीं छोड़ा। बात समझ में आ रही है सर? तो कहने का मतलब क्या है सर, कि आप हर किसी से इस बिजनेस के बारे में डिस्कस करना चालू करो। तो मार्केट में आपको 3 प्रकार के प्राणी मिलेंगे। पहला प्राणी मिलेंगे, प्लान देखने के बाद में आपको
See what
बोलेगा
I'm actually doing here?
बकवास, ये
I'm
जो
at,
आपका बिजी वेल्थ का प्लान है ना, ये नहीं चलेगा। साला आज से 3 साल पहले भी बोलता नहीं चलेगा, और आज भी बोल रहा है कि नहीं चलेगा। तो ऐसे प्राणी आपको मिलेंगे अशोक पटेल जी मार्केट में,
so
जो
watch
कल भी
this.
बोल रहा था नहीं चलेगा और आज भी बोल रहा है कि नहीं चलेगा। उनसे एक ही काम करो, उनको बोलो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सजेशन के लिए, थैंक यू सो मच, आपसे बात करके अच्छा लगा, ज्यादा मत समझाओ। जो खुद को नहीं समझना चाहता, जिसने ऑलरेडी ये माइंड मेकअप कर चुका है कि मुझे आपका प्लान समझना ही नहीं है, उसको समझाओ ही मत। हमें बातचीत से पता चल जाता है कि कुछ लोग जानबूझ करके प्लान को समझना नहीं चाहता, उसको समझाओ ही मत। फिर क्या करें? गो विद द नंबर, दूसरे को कॉल लगाओ। हाँ जी, पैसे कमाना चाहते हो? हाँ चाहता हूं। अगर मैं यूट्यूब से वीडियो शेयर करूं तो देख लोगे? हाँ देख लूंगा। अगर मैं आपको वेबिनार का लिंक शेयर करूं तो वेबिनार में आ जाओगे? हाँ आ जाऊंगा। गो विद द नंबर, उनसे बात करो। तो पहला प्राणी मिलेंगे जो आपको डायरेक्टली बोलेंगे ना, आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड, ये तो स्कैम है, ये तो फर्जी है, तो ये है फलना, नहीं चलेगा, छोड़ दो। गुड न्यूज है आप लोगों के लिए, गुड न्यूज ये है, ये काला ब्लड वाले आपको पूरे दुनिया में 10% ही मिलेंगे। ये हमारे लिए गुड न्यूज है। ये जो आया है ना यहाँ पे, देखो मेरे नाम से कितने लॉगिंग, ये साला काला ब्लड वाले सारे के सारे, इसको ना तो जिंदगी में कुछ करना है, ना ना करना देना चाह रहा है, मतलब डिस्टर्बेंस। अब मैं आप लोगों के सामने इसको कुछ बोल भी नहीं सकता इंग्लिश में, क्या पता आप ट्रांसलेट करके वो कर लोगे, वरना तो मैं इसको बोल देता। कोई बात नहीं, ये उल्टा सीधा हरकतें करता रहता है, रिमूव करो ना वॉलिपेट करके वहां पे। आज हम थोड़ा सा सेटिंग को देख लेंगे दोस्तों,
Oop.
कि जूम का कुछ सेटिंग है, क्योंकि स्क्रीन हम शेयर नहीं कर सकते यहाँ पे। 1 मिनट रुकिएगा। अरे जितने भी को होस्ट है इनको रिमूव करो ना यार, ये उल्टा सीधा हरकतें कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे।
हो गया सर, कर दिया कर दिया कर दिया।
हाँ, ओके। तो सर ब्लैक ब्लड वाले आपको मार्केट में 10% मिलेंगे, जिसका ब्लड ब्लैक है, काला ब्लड।
All right, let's see if I can get my camera back.
मेरे हिसाब से सर,
one of those
हालांकि वो भी
browsers
अपने
don't
जगह पे
like
सही है,
my
लेकिन ब्लड काला है,
don't like my camera.
अपने जगह पे सही है, मतलब उसको जिंदगी में कुछ बड़ा नहीं करना, बस जी हुजूरी करना आता है, ठीक है।
Fix
तो
my
ऐसे
camera.
लोगों से ज्यादा बातें मत करो। आपका काम था वीडियो शेयर करना, आपने कर दिया। आपका काम था इनवाइट करना, आपने कर दिया। आपका काम था प्लान दिखाना, कर दिया। वीडियो शेयर करने के बाद, प्लान दिखाने के बाद, इनवाइट करने के बाद अगर आपके साथ में
Video
जुड़ जाता
share.
है तो ठीक है,
These guys
नहीं
obviously don't
जुड़ता
know how
है
to ask
तो बोल
ChatGPT
दीजिए
stuff, do they?
थैंक यू सो मच,
Oh, I've got no
आपने
camera.
टाइम निकाल करके आपने हमारा वेबिनार अटेंड किया। जब भी सर आपको पैसे वैसे की दिक्कत हो, ये जब भी आपका पैसा कमाने का मन करे तो आप हमें याद कर सकते हो, उनसे छुटकारा पालो।
Yeah, where is my camera gone?
फिर आपको दूसरे प्राणी मिलेंगे 10% वाले, प्योर रेड ब्लड।
Who do they
उनका ब्लड में
think they are kidding,
मतलब
Mr. Hitler? Leave audio.
ब्लैक बल नहीं मिलेगा। जैसे आप प्लान बताएंगे, जैसे आप वीडियो शेयर करेंगे, वो पूरा वीडियो नहीं देखेगा।
Reset permissions.
जैसे 30 मिनट वाला वीडियो है, 10 मिनट का वीडियो देखने के बाद आपको कॉल करेंगे,
Just going to reload and see if I can get my camera back, because at the moment things don't look promising. Use microphone and camera. Allow this time.
बताओ क्या करना पड़ेगा ज्वाइन करने के लिए। अब ज्यादा
Let's see if I can get my
उनको
camera
राम
back.
कहानी भगवत कथा मत सुनाओ,
No camera.
उसको डायरेक्टली बोलो एक काम करो, मैं आपको वीडियो कॉल करता हूँ, पैसे लो,
Ooh, look at me.
डॉलर लो, INR लो,
Black and
उसका
white.
ज्वाइनिंग प्रोसेस चालू करो। सुनो,
Color. Sepia.
बहुत
Blur
सारे
effect.
लोग
Hello
इसलिए भी
back.
आपके साथ में ज्वाइन नहीं करता है, इसलिए आपके साथ में ज्वाइन नहीं करता है क्योंकि आप ज्ञान बचन बन जाते हो और
Wish
वो
we could
ज्ञान
ring
उसको
this guy.
पसंद नहीं है,
So let's see if we can
वो
find this
डर जाता है।
guy.
यार यार
We're going to put
इतना
him.
मेरे को समझा रहे, कल के दिन मुझे भी तो नहीं इतना समझाना पड़ेगा।
See if we can
मत
find this
समझाओ,
guy, because
अगर
he's going to
सामने
be
वाला
interesting to
एग्री है
build a
ज्वाइन करने
profile
के
on.
लिए तो ज्वाइनिंग ही
So I'll
कराओ,
keep you guys
मत
over
समझाओ।
here, and let's see if we can
वो धीरे धीरे समझ जाएगा
find who
बिजनेस
this guy
अपॉर्चुनिटी क्या
is.
है। इफ यू टॉक लॉन्ग यू टॉक रॉन्ग। अगर सामने वाला खुद कॉल करके बोलता है कि
Ray,
बताओ कि ज्वाइन करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, अरे भाई खुद कॉल आया हुआ है कि बताओ ज्वाइन
BG,
करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, तब राम कहानी क्यों सुना रहे हो वहां पे। उसको बोलो कि सर पेमेंट कैसे करेंगे आप,
Rolf,
डॉलर में या फिर INR में।
sharing.
पेमेंट लो और ज्वाइनिंग कराओ ना, क्यों समझा रहे हो।
I think I found
नहीं
him.
नहीं, हमारे कुछ है यहाँ पे। अरे ज्वाइन तो कर ही लेगा ना, मैं थोड़ा सा बोल लेता हूँ ना ताकि मेरे बारे में उसको पता चलेगा। सर ये अरे मत समझाओ यार, बकले कहीं का नेता।
Yep, I think we
ज्वाइन
found
नहीं करो,
him.
इसलिए भी अब मूड था उस टाइम
So I
पे
think
उसका
this is the
ज्वाइन
same
करने
guy.
का,
Is this the same
और
guy?
आपके समझाने के चक्कर में उसका मूड चेंज हो
Queen of
जाएगा।
Karma, you reckon?
फिर वो कहेगा कि एक हफ्ते के बाद ज्वाइन करो,
That's him, isn't it?
अब ज्वाइन ही नहीं करेगा वो। अरे उस टाइम पे उसका मूड था ज्वाइन करने का, आप पैसा ले
So
सकते
let's
थे,
see if we can
ज्वाइन
find out
करा दो
about
ना।
this person.
तो
Page isn't
पहला
available.
प्राणी 10% कभी नहीं जुड़ेगा, दूसरा प्राणी 10% 100% जुड़ेगा, तीसरा प्राणी 80%
Yep,
दस
there he
दस
is.
80%। सोच के बताऊंगा, सर्च करके
So I'm
बताऊंगा,
going to start building up a profile
है
on
ना,
him.
पूछ के बताऊंगा, बीवी से पूछूंगा, घर में जो कुत्ते हैं उसे पूछूंगा, घर में जो बिल्ली है उसे पूछूंगा,
First things first,
अपने बकरी से पूछूंगा,
let's
अपने बहन
get
से पूछूंगा,
a picture of him.
पूछ के बताएगा वो।
We'll go
पूछने
after
दीजिए,
him.
उनसे उनसे सवाल करिए आप।
Indians don't
सर
like people
मैम,
like this, so you can actually report them to the police,
प्लान किसने देखा है,
and you can actually
आपने
do things about them.
या जिससे आप पूछने जा रहे हो उसने, प्लान किसने देखा, बोले मैंने देखा। तो सर कभी आप आगरा गए हो, बोले हाँ मैं गया हूँ।
I've seen them. I've
कैसा
been to
दिखता है आगरा,
India, and I was
बहुत
in the
अच्छा दिखता है ताजमहल। सर
police
अगर
station
आप
once, and I watched them whack
आगरा
this
नहीं
guy,
गए होते
punch this guy around the
तो
head.
आगरा
It was
कैसे
amazing.
दिखता है आपको कैसे पता चलता।
They take matters into their
वो
own
तो
hands.
इंटरनेट वगैरह से यहाँ वहां से। तो सर
Right in.
जो देख करके आपको जो चीज देखने जो लाइव देखने को मिलता है, क्या वो आप इंटरनेट से वो चीज आप पता कर सकते हो, तो बोले नहीं। तो सर लाइव वेबिनार किसने अटेंड किया था, बोला मैंने।
Right.
लाइव मीटिंग किसने अटेंड किया था, मैंने। लाइव वीडियो किसने देखा, तो आपने। तो सर आप किससे पूछना चाहते हो, आप उनसे पूछना चाहते हो जिन्होंने प्लान ही नहीं देखा है, आप उनसे पूछना चाहते हो
He's got a
जिसको इसके बारे
WhatsApp
में कुछ
group and
पता ही नहीं
everything.
है।
Look
सर
at all
वो आपको
this.
क्या इन्फॉर्मेशन देंगे। सर
We're gonna have a field day
जानकारी
here.
आपके पास है या जानकारी आप उनसे लेना चाहते हो जिन्होंने वीडियो अभी तक देखा नहीं है, जिन्होंने अभी तक प्लान नहीं देखा हुआ है।
Go.
तो सर ये बताइए,
Put that all out there.
आपके मन में कोई सवाल है तो आप मेरे से डायरेक्टली पूछ सकते हो, या फिर आप डायरेक्टली मेरे को मना भी कर सकते हो। सर पहले तो ये बताओ कि क्या आप पैसे कमाना चाहते हो? बोले हाँ चाहता हूँ। तो सर अगर आपके मन में कोई डाउट है तो आप मेरे से
doesn't
पूछिए
work.
ना। अगर आपके मन में कोई डाउट है तो मेरे से पूछ सकते हो, अगर पूछना चाहते तो। कोई कहेगा सर नहीं मैं थोड़ा सा रिसर्च करना चाहता हूँ। ओके, तो सर
Pardon
आप
me.
रिसर्च करना चाहते हैं, बहुत अच्छी बात है सर कि आप रिसर्च करना चाहते
Let's see
हैं।
if he's got a
कहाँ
Telegram
पे
group.
जाकर के आप रिसर्च करना चाहते हैं? नहीं नहीं, मैं थोड़ा सा यूट्यूब पे जाना चाहता हूँ, थोड़ा सा
Okay,
गूगल का
BG
सहायता
Wealth
लेना चाहता
Creation.
हूँ,
He's
यूट्यूब
got
पे देखूंगा। ओके, वेरी नाइस,
740
यूट्यूब पे देखेंगे।
members.
तो सर यूट्यूब पे तो बहुत सारे वीडियोस हैं, पॉजिटिव वीडियो भी है और नेगेटिव वीडियो है। तो सर ये बताइए, आप ज्यादा टाइम पॉजिटिव सोचते हैं या नेगेटिव सोचते हैं? तो बोला नहीं मैं तो पॉजिटिव
Sending
सोचता हूँ।
messages
तो
is
सर
not
आप
allowed.
यूट्यूब पे जाकर के पॉजिटिव वीडियो देखेंगे या नेगेटिव वीडियो देखेंगे? पहले
Join
कंफर्म कर दीजिए, क्योंकि सर यूट्यूब पे
join
आपको
the
दो चीज मिलेंगे,
Telegram group.
पॉजिटिव भी मिलेंगे और नेगेटिव भी मिलेंगे। कुछ लोग बीजी वेल्थ के बारे में दिल से तारीफ कर रहे होंगे
Oh,
और
this
कुछ
is great.
लोग
At least we're
दिल
going to
से
get.
बुराई कर रहे होंगे। तो आप क्या देखेंगे सर यूट्यूब पे जाकर के,
So the
पॉजिटिव या
password's
नेगेटिव?
1212.
नहीं मैं पॉजिटिव वीडियो देखूंगा वहां पे, तो पहले
Brilliant.
क्लियर कर दो। सर
Oops.
10 बात की एक बात मैं बोलता हूँ,
What did he say?
आपको 145 करोड़ लोग नहीं चाहिए।
I don't know what he's saying, but hey, whatever it is.
आपको कितने लोग चाहिए पता है सर? मुश्किल से 5 या 7। निशा मैम के
Okay.
जैसे,
So we've actually managed to find
मेरे
his
जैसे,
his
गौरंग भट्ट
Telegram
सर के
group.
जैसे और आपके जैसे। कितने लोग चाहिए सर?
So this is his Telegram group.
5
Look
से
at
7।
these. This is why
उसको
this.
आज से ढूंढना चालू करो। जितना ज्यादा मिट्टी हटाने का काम करोगे ना सर, उतना ही ज्यादा चांसेस है सोना मिलने का। तो अगर आप
Oh
गोल्ड
dear.
चाहते हो, गोल्ड, क्या आपके टीम में कोई गोल्ड ज्वाइन करे, तो आज से मिट्टी हटाने का काम जारी करो।
Mm-hmm.
अंधाधुंध यूट्यूब से लोगों को वीडियो शेयर करना चालू करो। ऑलरेडी वीडियो है, मैंने आपको बता दिया कौन सा वीडियो शेयर करना है। अंधाधुंध लोगों को वेबिनार के लिए बुलाना चालू करो, और दिन में हो सके तो 5 7 10 लोगों को अपना वीडियो कॉल करके अपना प्रूफ बताना चालू करो। फिर देखो कि रिजल्ट कैसे आते हैं। सर इतने मजेदार बिजनेस है ना
That's
कि
dead.
2 4 भी हमारे तरह, अगर 2 4 भी अगर
See
लोग
if we can
आपके साथ
find
में
this
जुड़
guy,
गया,
eh?
तो
Give him a ring.
आपकी लाइफ हो जाएगी झिंगालाला। आप बैठे बैठे राजा की तरह ना पैसे गिन रहे होंगे बस।
What trolls? Eh?
तो क्या करना पड़ेगा सर? ऐसे लोगों को आपको ढूंढना पड़ेगा। और ऐसे लोग कहां से मिलेगा? वीडियो शेयर करने से। ऐसे लोग कहां से मिलेगा? कॉल पे बात करने से। ऐसे
So
लोग कहां
what
से
have we got?
मिलेगा? वेबिनार में इनवाइट करने से। ऐसे लोग कहां से
Facebook.
मिलेगा? प्लान दिखाने से। हमें नहीं पता कि अगला विनोद कुमार कौन है, हमें नहीं पता अगला निशा निशा शर्मा कौन
Instagram's
है,
gone.
हमें नहीं पता कि अगला गौरंग भट्ट कौन है, हमें नहीं पता। व्हाट यू हैव टू डू,
Oh, we saw this
गो
earlier
विद द
on,
नंबर्स।
didn't we? Oh, I think he's telling
तो
people.
आज से क्या करना है
I
सर?
know. WhatsApp.
नंबर पे खेलना चालू करो।
He's
जब
giving us
आपको
WhatsApp.
पता है कि ताश के पत्ते में 4 इक्का होता है, तो पलटाने में आपको क्या दिक्कत है? तो जब आपको पता है कि मार्केट में 10% पॉजिटिव लोग हैं, तो
All right,
लाइफ में
I'll
कुछ
put you over
बहुत बड़ा
here.
करना चाहते हैं,
Let's see if we can ring this
तो क्या
guy.
करना पड़ेगा सर? आप नेगेटिव लोगों
What are
को
we going?
पॉजिटिव नहीं बना
WhatsApp.
सकते।
WhatsApp.
ये भी लेसन आपको दे देता हूं। आप चाह
WhatsApp.
करके भी नेगेटिव लोगों को पॉजिटिव नहीं बना सकते, लेकिन क्या कर सकते हो सर? आप नेगेटिव लोगों को पॉजिटिव तो नहीं बना सकते, लेकिन क्या कर
How
सकते
does
हो?
he reckon that's a WhatsApp number?
जानना चाहोगे क्या कर सकते हो? हैंड रेज करो
WhatsApp.
और एक बार वीडियो ऑन करो अगर कर सकते हो तो।
He's got.
आप नेगेटिव लोगों को पॉजिटिव तो नहीं कर सकते, तो क्या कर सकते हो?
How do you have a WhatsApp?
नेगेटिव लोगों को
What do you
पॉजिटिव
call?
करने से अच्छा है,
What is India?
ये जो
Suffix. Anyone know?
मार्केट में 10% पॉजिटिव
India.
लोग हैं ना,
India.
उनको ढूंढना चालू करो।
India.
अब बात समझ में आया तो हैंड रेज कर दो। मेरे सर
Code.
अब मीटिंग खत्म करिए, बात समझ में आ गया क्या करना है
9
मेरे को?
plus 91. Let's try
यही
that.
करना है सर।
Plus 91. I think I've got his phone number now.
नेगेटिव लोगों को पॉजिटिव करने का काम बंद कर दो। जो
Sure.
मार्केट में ऑलरेडी पॉजिटिव लोग हैं
Yeah, I've
हमारे और
got him.
आपके जैसे जो
So
पॉजिटिव
I've got his
सोचते
phone
हैं
number now.
उनको ढूंढना चालू करो। ऐसे लोग
Copy.
आपको मिल जाएंगे 2 4 10
Oh,
और
let's let
आपका
him give
काम
me
हो
a ring.
जाएगा। आज मुझे 2 महीने हो जाएंगे,
Do I want to give it a go?
500
Wish
लोगों
Bob
का
was here.
टीम खड़ा
Bob, are
कर
you
दिया।
around?
मेरे अपलाइन कितने खुश हुए होंगे। उसको कौन मिल गया? डायमंड,
Let's give him a ring.
जो अकेले 2 महीने में 500 लोगों का टीम बना दिया। ऐसे डायमंड
Oh, got removed. They must have watched me. That's interesting. Hold up. Interesting. So they've found us. Now I hope they haven't locked the meeting. So 1 minute. What we've got is Fred. Hold up. Oh, I don't think I've actually cleared the. Yeah, I haven't. Hold on 1 minute, please, caller. Oh, that's interesting. Clear browsing. They must be watching me then. For them to kick me out. Use mic. Okay, 1 minute, please, caller. One. Let's use his name here. Join. So there we go here. They kick you out, but they don't realise that they leave the meeting wide
करके
open.
मिस्टर स्टीफन सर से क्या लेना है सर? 3 करोड़ का गाड़ी का चाबी। मैं तो 3 करोड़ का गाड़ी का चाबी लूंगा ही लूंगा। मेरे अपलाइन का भी तो कुछ भला होगा सर। तो
Okay.
ऐसे भी लोग आपको मार्केट में मिलेंगे, जो विजनरी है, जो मिशनरी है, जो दूरदर्शी है। तो भीड़ इकट्ठा करने से अच्छा है सर कि मार्केट से हीरा और डायमंड का तलाश करना चालू करो।
So they don't like us
नहीं बता
investigating,
सकते कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, नहीं समझा सकते कोई दिक्कत नहीं है,
Millionaire
प्लान दिखाना नहीं
Mindset
आता नो प्रॉब्लम।
3833
लिंक शेयर
YouTube.
करना चालू करो, वीडियो शेयर करना चालू करो और अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करके लोगों को अपना प्रॉफिट बताना चालू करो। अगर ये सब करना चालू करोगे 2 4 लोग आपके साथ में जुड़ जाएंगे और आप करोड़पति खरबपति बना देगा सर। बिजनेस इतना आसान है।
Alrighty.
सर बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सभी का, थैंक यू सो मच। अब हमारा टाइम हो रखा है
There he
सर।
goes.
बस 2 लोगों से बात करेंगे आज। आज हम केवल 2 लोगों से बात करेंगे और
I
फिर
don't
मीटिंग
give
को
a
एंड करेंगे।
flying.
तो
See you
पहला
later,
2
mate.
व्यक्ति कौन आना चाहेगा? 2, सिर्फ 2 से बात करेंगे। हैंडेज करिए। प्रमोद तोमर जी ने सबसे पहले हैंडेज किया है। तो प्रमोद जी बताइए, आप जो भी कहना चाहते कर सकते हो, आपकी मर्जी है।
यस सर, गुड मॉर्निंग।
वेरी वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग प्रमोद सर, प्रमोद
Very,
तोमर
very
सर।
good morning.
बहुत जबरदस्त आपका सेशन रहा सर आज, और इंदौर से बात कर रहा हूँ। मेरी टीम के भी 3-4 लोग बैठे हैं,
Great
और जिसमें
presentation.
से 2-3
Go
ज्वाइन
and say
किए,
it.
2 ज्वाइन कर रखे हैं, एक ने ज्वाइन करना है। वही फंड की प्रॉब्लम। और मैं इसलिए बीच में इंटरेस्ट लेता था कि आपने एग्जांपल दिया था ना कि जो 80% लोग मिले हैं मार्केट में, अपने को बताएंगे, सोचेंगे, पैसे की व्यवस्था नहीं है, पूछ के बताऊंगा, देख के बताऊंगा। तो उसके लिए मेरे पास एक एग्जाम्पल है, सीधा सीधा एग्जाम्पल है। अगर आपका गाड़ी खराब होता तो आप किससे सलाह
Certainly a good
लोगे?
example of how to be a
आप
scammer.
मैकेनिक से लोगे कि डॉक्टर से लोगे? तो वो बोलेगा गाड़ी खराब है तो मैकेनिक से। और आपका अगर तबीयत खराब है तो किससे सलाह लोगे? डॉक्टर से कि मैकेनिक से? तो वो बोलेगा डॉक्टर से। तो कॉमन सेंस है। इस बिजनेस की सलाह किससे लेनी चाहिए? जो सक्सेसफुल है कि अनसक्सेसफुल है?
Oh, I wonder if we can find
कॉमन
this
सेंस है।
person.
सर एक आपका काम आसान कर देता हूं, मैं और आसान कर देता हूं।
जी
Let's
जी
find
सर।
this guy.
आज से काम करना चालू करो।
Mod.
जितने भी लोगों को आप वीडियो शेयर करते हो, जितने भी लोगों को आप इनवाइट
I was
करते
going to
हो,
use a
जितने भी लोगों का
whiteboard.
प्लान दिखाते हो,
Brilliant.
A to Z रिकॉर्ड रखो अपने
Tuma.
डायरी में और एक ब्रॉडकास्ट लिस्ट बनाओ और ऐड करते जाओ उसमें किसी को आपने प्लान दिखाया है।
यस सर।
हर 2-3 दिन के बाद जिसको आपने प्लान दिखा दिया है, बातचीत जारी रखो उनसे, ठीक है? कॉल पे बात करो, उनको बोलो कि भाई साहब मैं आपको ना 1 मिनट के लिए वीडियो कॉल कर रहा हूं। जिसको आपने प्लान दिखा दिया है, हर 2-3 दिन के बाद, कम से कम 1 हफ्ते के बाद उसको कॉल करो, बोलो कि मैं आपको 1 मिनट के लिए वीडियो कॉल कुछ
G.
दिखाना चाहता हूं आपको। वीडियो कॉल करो, उनको बोलो कि जिस टाइम पे मैंने आपको प्लान दिखाया था तो उस टाइम पे मेरा वॉलेट, मेरा पोर्टफोलियो में था $375 और आज देखिए रमेश जी, आज 3 दिन में मेरा पोर्टफोलियो हो गया है 400 इतने डॉलर का। फिर उस
करेक्ट।
दिन भी ज्वाइन नहीं किया, आप बताओ और भी इंतजार करना चाहोगे या स्टार्ट करना चाहोगे? तो वो उस दिन भी नहीं माना, फिर 3-4 दिन के बाद, सप्ताह में 2 दिन, फिर उसको कॉल करो, रघुनाथ जी मैं आपको फिर से वीडियो कॉल कर रहा हूँ, उठाओ, वीडियो कॉल करो, फिर से स्क्रीन शेयर करो, देखो लास्ट टाइम जब मैंने आपको स्क्रीन शेयर किया था कितना था, याद दिलाओ। तो बोलेगा 375, आज कितना है? 575। फिर ज्वाइन नहीं हुआ बालेश्वर सर,
Look at
फिर
this
3-4 दिन के बाद वीडियो कॉल
smile.
करो। वो फिर बोलेगा अच्छा फिर आप मेरे को दिखाना चाहोगे? हाँ मैं आपको दिखाना चाहता हूँ कि अब इंतजार मत करो, क्योंकि यहाँ पे
I'm
कॉपी
trying
एंड
to
पेस्ट
get the
करके
whites in
पैसे
his
बन रहे हैं,
eyes.
भाई ज्वाइन कर जाएगा वो।
करेक्ट सर,
उसको
सही, 100%।
उसको बातें समझ में आ जाएगा कि आप क्या दिखाना चाहते हो। अब या तो वो डायरेक्टली मना कर देगा कि भाई मेरे पास मैं नहीं करूंगा, तो छोड़ दो ना भाई, नहीं करेगा, लेकिन या फिर वो
Wouldn't
कहेगा
work.
कि पैसा बन रहा है तो चलो मैं ज्वाइन करता हूँ। तो ज्यादा समझाने से अच्छा है सर कि उनको सर हमारा बिजनेस तो इतना शानदार है कि आप लोगों को दिखा दिखा
He's booted me
करके आप
like
दुनिया
10
को
times.
ज्वाइन
I
करा
know I got
सकते हो।
sick of
इतना
it.
शानदार बिजनेस है सर, दिन भर वही करो ना सर, बैठे बैठे
I
वीडियो
found it
कॉल
though.
करो,
I've got a
स्क्रीन शेयर करो,
profile
दिखा
on
दो,
him now. So
है
it's
ना।
quite good.
आसपास में रहता है तो लोगों को अपना अपना प्रॉफिट दिखाओ ना सर लोगों को, कि सर देखो इस प्रकार से यहाँ पे कॉपी एंड पेस्ट करके पैसे बनते हैं, और लोगों को अंधाधुंध जोड़ना
How
चालू करो ना
stupid
सर।
are people that how
मैं
you
तो
make your
कहता हूँ
money
कि एक बार
is you just cut and
6वां
paste a
या
bit of
7वां
text,
रैंक पे पहुंच
and
जाओ
they've got state of the art
और
everything
महीने के
else,
30 लाख पे
but they
पहुंच जाओ ना
rely
सर,
on you cut and
तो
pasting
कॉपी पेस्ट
text.
से भी पैसा आ रहा होगा
It's
और हर
ridiculous.
10 दिन में 10 लाख रुपया आ रहा होगा। कॉपी पेस्ट करके तो पैसा आ ही रहा है, वहां से भी तो पैसा आएगा ना सर। अब 29 तारीख आएंगे, अब आपको कितना आएगा नहीं पता, हमारा आएगा सर $1200, $2000 रिवार्ड आएंगे, 2 लाख रुपया, और 1200 1,20,000 रुपया आएंगे सैलरी। और मजे की बात है कि हर 10 दिन में 1,20,000 रुपया फिक्स हो जाएंगे सर, चौथा रैंक होने के बाद। आप भी कर सकते हो सर। मैं क्या करता हूँ, लोगों से वीडियो शेयर करता हूँ,
Okay, we're going to
लोगों
give
की
him
स्क्रीन
a
शेयर
phone
करता हूँ,
call
लोगों को
now.
इन्वाइट करता हूँ यहाँ पे। चलिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हमने
Let's
2
see what
लोगों को बोला
happens.
था। दूसरा व्यक्ति कौन है सर यहाँ पे?
His phone's ringing now.
दूसरा व्यक्ति है सर आपका, जिसका वीडियो ऑन होगा उसी को बुलाएंगे, क्योंकि यहाँ पे फर्जी लोग भी है सर। है ना, ऐसे नहीं बुला सकते हम आपको।
I'm ringing
सत्येंद्र
him.
यादव सर यहाँ पे मीटिंग में। यस, सत्येंद्र यादव सर।
See, he's looking at his phone. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vinod ji. All of you, good morning. Myself, Satyendra Yadav. By profession, finance advisor,
What's up?
professional networker. और मेरे अपलाइन,
Okay, so he's asked me
मेरे
what's up.
मेंटोर, मेरे मार्गदर्शक,
So I'm
जिनकी
going to
बदौलत मैं आज इस मीटिंग में हूँ, इस सिस्टम में हूँ, बिजी वेल्थ में हूँ। He is none other than Mr. विनोद राय। मैं आपको सैल्यूट करता हूँ, आपके डेडिकेशन को, आपके कमिटमेंट को, फाइनेंस एडवाइजर, कॉन्फिडेंस को,
What's up?
और आपके बिलीव लेवल को।
Okay, I'm going to
हमेशा
tell him he's been
अच्छे
streamed.
कामों में ही बाधाएं आती है, और आप एक एग्जाम्पल बहुत बढ़िया देते हैं कि हमेशा लोग पत्थर उसी पेड़ पे मारते हैं जिसमें फल लगता है, तो उसकी चिंता नहीं करनी है हमें। लोग पत्थर
Streamed.
मारने दीजिए, हमारा जो काम है उसको करना है, रेगुलर, बगैर नागा, बगैर एब्सेंट के करते रहना है, क्योंकि हम दुनिया का सबसे नेक काम कर रहे हैं। हम किसी को मछली पकड़ के नहीं दे रहे हैं, मछली पकड़ने का तरीका बता रहे हैं। इन द सेंस, कहने का मतलब कि हम लोगों के लिए रोजगार
Okay, so
मुहैया
I'm
करा
sending
रहे
him
हैं,
a
लोगों की
message and I
भलाई का
says, You're
काम
being
कर रहे हैं।
streamed by Danny
भारत
DeHick.
सरकार के
He
पास
comes
रोजगार
after
नहीं है,
people
लोगों को देने के लिए
promoting
भारत सरकार ने हाथ खड़े कर
multi-level
दिए।
marketing.
इंटरप्रेन्योर बनो, आत्मनिर्भर बनो, यानी कि अपने दम पर, और नौकरी करके कोई भी आदमी इंटरप्रेन्योर बन ही नहीं सकता। हम बिजनेस दे रहे हैं, लोगों के
So I
भविष्य के
said, You
लिए
need to stop
योजना दे
quick.
रहे हैं, प्लानिंग दे रहे हैं। नेगेटिव लोगों से दूर रहना है, नेगेटिव लोगों को इग्नोर कीजिए। जब तक आपके अंदर इग्नोर करने की कला नहीं होगी,
All right,
जब
so
तक
now
आप
I'm
सफल हो
going
ही नहीं
to.
सकते हैं। हमारा काम है बता देना, आया तो बेस्ट, नहीं तो नेक्स्ट। नो रिक्वेस्ट, किसी से रिक्वेस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है। और दोस्तों, लास्ट में इतना कहना चाहूंगा, यदि लगाओगे अकल तो हो जाओगे विफल, करोगे अपने एक्टिव ग्रोइंग अपलाइन की नकल तो हो जाओगे सफल। थैंक यू सो मच सर, ओवर टू यू। थैंक यू सो मच।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका
So now,
सत्येंद्र
now
सर,
he'd
थैंक
be
यू सो मच।
concerned.
दोस्तों टाइम हो रखा है, हालांकि बहुत सारे लोगों ने हैंड रेज किया था, तो फिर मिलेंगे।
Yeah, he's going to be freaking out now, I reckon.
अभी रही बात जूम लिंक का, तो एक बार मैं निशा मैम से बात कर लेता हूँ इस मीटिंग के बाद। तो एक बार मैम से आप संपर्क कर
Well,
लीजिएगा,
the pace has slowed
अगर
down
आप
a little
निशा
bit,
मैम
isn't
की
it?
टीम से या फिर अपने अपलाइन से। हमारा मीटिंग कंटिन्यू रहेगा, ध्यान में रखिएगा, चाहे लिंक सेम रहे या बदलना पड़े, लेकिन हमारा मीटिंग तो कंटिन्यू रहेगा। सुबह 7 बजे वाला मीटिंग को हम क्लोज नहीं करेंगे। संतोष जी, आपने हैंड रेज किया है, कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
सर गुड इवनिंग, गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
Good
वेरी
morning.
वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। यस संतोष सर।
सर मौका नहीं मिलेगा मना, लेकिन थोड़ी सी एक बात मैं अपनी कहना चाहूंगा 1 मिनट में।
जी 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 बोलिए।
मैं आपकी टीम से नहीं हूँ,
लेकिन आपकी बातें हमको अमृत जैसी लगती है। तो
Here he is. He's lying
मैं
to his
आपका
own
नंबर तो नहीं
kind,
ले
isn't
सकता
it?
पब्लिकली,
Terrible.
लेकिन मैं अपना नंबर तो सर दे ही सकता हूँ। तो मैं कष्ट आपको दूंगा सर, एक नंबर प्लीज आप नोट कर ले, और सर एक बार थोड़ा सा मैं चाहता हूँ कि बस संपर्क बन जाए सर।
सर मैं आपको एक तरीका बता देता हूँ, आपको नंबर भी देने की जरूरत नहीं है और नंबर लेने की भी जरूरत नहीं है।
जी जी।
अगर मैं आपको ढूंढना चाहूँ
What do you call
तो आज के दिन में मैं आपको ढूंढ सकता हूँ। अगर आप मुझे ढूंढना चाहे तो आप मुझे ढूंढ सकते हैं।
of the
वो
जी जी,
कैसे?
राइट राइट सर।
Indian?
सोशल मीडिया।
बस तो जिसको भी मुझ तक पहुंचना है सोशल मीडिया के जरिए आ सकते हो, और जिसको भी निशा मैम तक पहुंचना है सोशल मीडिया से, तो सोशल मीडिया के जरिए आप किसी किसी के पास ही पहुंच सकते हो।
Okay,
तो
so I'm
आपको
gonna.
यहाँ पे संतोष सर, क्योंकि आप नंबर देंगे तो कुछ लोग और नोट करेंगे, आपको कॉल करेंगे, परेशान करेंगे, इसलिए
कोई दिक्कत नहीं सर।
हाँ।
लोग की सेलिब्रिटी नहीं है सर, आप सेलिब्रिटी हैं, ठीक
नहीं
है,
नहीं,
तो
मैं भी
कोई
सेलिब्रिटी नहीं हूँ। मेरे कहने का मतलब क्या होता है ना सर, कि अभी हमारा जो कोर टीम है, हमने यहाँ पे ये
So I've
डिस्कस
just
किया है
told
कि एक
him
दूसरे का
that
नंबर हम
I'm
यहाँ
part
पे
of the
वेबिनार में
Secret
डिस्कशन नहीं
Service
करेंगे, तो
equivalent
रूल को ब्रेक नहीं करते हम लोग, तो
with
इसलिए ठीक है ना।
ओके सर।
तो सोशल
थैंक यू
मीडिया के
सर।
जरिए हम एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं सर, है ना। आप बाकी मीटिंग रहेगा, जारी रहेगा मीटिंग हमारा। और आज अभी हम देखेंगे इस जूम में हम क्या
Secret
इम्प्रूवमेंट कर सकते हैं।
Service
बाधा आते हैं
with
सर थोड़ा बहुत, लेकिन मीटिंग को हम बंद नहीं करेंगे।
India.
मुझे पता है कि मीटिंग बंद करने से लॉस हमारा ही होगा, क्योंकि ये मीटिंग में आप तो चार्ज होते ही हैं सर, हमें भी काम करना होता है। मॉर्निंग में अगर हम लोग अपना मॉर्निंग का शुरुआत अगर अच्छे से नहीं करेंगे तो पूरा दिन हमारा खराब जाएगा।
सर लिंक अगर चेंज होगा तो सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से मिल जाएगा।
सर सोशल मीडिया के माध्यम से आपको मेरे तक और आपको हमारे जो मैम है, मतलब निशा मैम तक आपको पहुंचना है उनसे लिंक लेने के लिए, क्योंकि लिंक या तो मैं शेयर करूंगा फिर निशा मैम शेयर करेंगे। मतलब ये जो मॉर्निंग वाला जो लिंक रहेगा, या तो मेरे थ्रू लिंक शेयर होगा या फिर निशा मैम के थ्रू लिंक शेयर होंगे।
Okay, so we're just
ठीक है
या
trying
तो
to.
आप मेरे तक पहुंचिए या फिर निशा मैम तक पहुंचिए, लिंक तो ऐसा रहेगा।
ओके सर, ओके सर।
कल के लिए सर फिर से लिंक सेम रखेंगे, देखते हैं कि कल हम क्या इसमें
This will be
इम्प्रूवमेंट कर
funny.
सकते
Now
हैं।
I'm
कल
gonna use
अगर इस
another phone
प्रकार से
number.
डिस्टरबेंस आया तो कल के बाद हम लिंक को चेंज कर देंगे। कल सेम रहेगा, चलो कल के लिए
ठीक
लिंक सेम रखेंगे, ठीक है
ठीक
सर।
सर, ठीक है सर, धन्यवाद।
चलिए आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, थैंक यू सो मच। अब चलो लोगों को अगर परमिशन दे ही दिया गया तो एक दो लोगों से और बात कर लेते हैं भाई साहब, लेकिन आपका वीडियो ऑन होना चाहिए सर। वीडियो वाले से बात नहीं करेंगे भाई साहब, हमको थोड़ा सा डाउट हो रहा है। देवनारायण जी, देवनारायण जी लेवल 2 क्या कहना चाहेंगे सर, बोलिए।
Here we go.
सर नमस्कार सर।
Oh,
मेरा एक सवाल था
oh my
जो
God.
शायद सभी के लिए अच्छा रहेगा और टीम के
Yeah,
लिए सबसे
I've
बेस्ट
got
सवाल है।
another WhatsApp,
पूछ सकता
and
हूँ
he's
17 मिनट?
managed to block me.
बोलिए
Report
बोलिए
me.
सर, अगर सवाल है तो पूछ सकते हैं आप।
Sorry, that is.
जैसे कि मैंने आपकी लिंक से ज्वाइन किया है,
हाँ
लेकिन मेरी आईडी में रिचार्ज नहीं किया, मैंने पेमेंट नहीं डाला और मैंने 3 लोगों को ज्वाइनिंग करा दिया
ओके।
मेरी लिंक से, तो क्या तो मुझे रेफरल कोड मिलेगा? रेफरल बोनस?
Oh, I'm not sure,
अच्छा
Mister.
बोनस। सर ये बात तो मैंने कभी गौर नहीं किया था, किसी को मिला हो तो बता सकता है यहाँ पे, लेकिन मैंने अभी आपने अच्छा सवाल किया होगा।
हाँ,
लेकिन
और फ्यूचर में मान लो से 5 लोग बन भी गए
Yeah,
और
we're gonna.
बाद में मैंने मेरे अमाउंट में प्लस कर दिया, तो क्या वो होएगा मेरे अंडर में? वो सवाल था सर।
It's not
सर
answering.
होने पता नहीं, मतलब ऐसा हुआ क्या आपके साथ, मतलब बिना आईडी को एक्टिवेट कराए आपको रेफरल बोनस मिला था क्या?
नहीं, ऐसा मेरे पास सवाल आया है सर, मैं सोचा
I'm
मेरे
ringing
को भी
him.
ध्यान नहीं रहा
मैं तो कहता हूँ
और
ना सर,
सीनियर को मैं
अगर बिना आईडी एक्टिवेट कराए अगर नीचे वाले को ज्वाइन कराने से अगर रेफरल बोनस
He's looking
आता
at
भी
his
हो ना,
phone again.
मैं कहता हूँ कि इस चीज को प्रमोट मत
Let's
करो।
see if we get him again.
अगर आता भी हो तो सामने वाला को बोलो कि जब तक आप अपना
I'm
आईडी को
still looking
एक्टिवेट
for
नहीं
Stephen
कराओगे,
Beard.
अगर आप किसी
Love
को ज्वाइन
that.
कराओगे तो आपको रेफरल बोनस नहीं आएगा, ये वरना
ठीक है।
रॉन्ग डुप्लीकेशन हो जाएगा आपकी टीम में।
चलो कोई बात नहीं, रेफरल बोनस नहीं आया कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, लेकिन अगर मान लो मैं
How
फ्यूचर
do
में
we
बाद में
translate
रिचार्ज
that?
करता हूँ तो वो टीम पूरी मेरे अंडर में रहेगी?
सर
रेफरल
आप
बोनस
मेरे बातों को नहीं समझ
I
पाए।
got an idea. I got an idea.
गलत डुप्लीकेशन क्यों करना चाहते हो टीम में? सामने वालों को ये बोलिए कि आप अपना रेफरल लिंक तभी शेयर
How
कर पाओगे जब
about
आपका
this?
आईडी एक्टिवेट होगा। इसका मतलब क्या हुआ पता है? दुकान खोला नहीं और कस्टमर ढूंढने निकल गए
Could
घर
you
से।
please translate this for me?
पहले अपना दुकान तो सेट करो। सामने वाला बोले पहले भाई अपना वो दुकान तो खोलो, पहले आईडी तो लगाओ। मतलब रॉन्ग डुप्लीकेशन नहीं करनी है सर, इस चीजों को हम प्रमोट नहीं करते सर। देवनारायण सर, हमारा टीम में तो ऐसा अलाउ नहीं है। कि भाई पहले अपना आईडी एक्टिवेट करो, फिर इवन कि हमने अपना टीम में ये स्ट्रक्चर सेट किया हुआ है कि फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप मेरे टीम का पार्ट हो तो मैं आपके लोगों से तभी बात करूंगा जब आप अपना पेमेंट डिपॉजिट करोगे, जब आपका आईडी एक्टिवेट होगा तभी मैं आपके लोगों से बात करूंगा, उससे पहले हम बात ही नहीं करें। नोट अप। बोलते हैं सर हमारे 5 लोग रेडी है, इनसे आप बात कर
He's
लीजिए,
just
मैं तो
gaslighting
ज्वाइन
people,
करूंगा
isn't he?
करूंगा ये भी करेंगे। नहीं भाई, तू पहले ज्वाइन कर, पहले
I
आपकी
need
ज्वाइनिंग होना चाहिए, उसके बाद 5 क्या आप 50 से ज्वाइन करो भाई, 500 से ज्वाइन करो, हमारा काम ही वो बात करने का है। लेकिन
Okay, Chat GPT, what did he say?
He was essentially saying that before involving others, you need to have your own setup ready. He won't talk to anyone from your side until you activate your own account and make a payment. Only
Wow.
then will he engage with your people. In short, first handle your own part and then bring others, whether it's 5 or 50.
Excellent. All right, I'm going to give you a little bit more and we can see what he's doing. So he's telling people they must sign up before he's even interested in helping them, which is forcing them to pay money and he gets a commission.
Exactly.
गुड मॉर्निंग
He's
सर, ऑल ऑफ यू गुड मॉर्निंग।
यस सर, गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
और जो भाई अंग्रेज आज आया था सर, उसीलिए
Oh my
मैंने
God, he's
बात
taking
करनी है।
questions. I didn't think of that.
वो लिख भी रहा था, देखो
Hold
उसने
it.
भी
1 minute,
एफर्ट
please,
किया,
caller.
सुबह उठ के आया, हमारी तरह ही भाई है, वो भी लिख रहा स्कैम स्कैम स्कैम। ठीक है ना सर? तो चलो, जहाँ अच्छा काम होता है, जैसे निशा मैडम ने बोला, वहां तो ये लोग आती हैं, पर फिर भी मैं उस भाई से अगर सुन रहा होगा, कहीं ना कहीं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि भाई तूने उठाया, सुबह उठाया है, तूने जूम ज्वाइन की है, तेरा बहुत बहुत थैंकफुल। पर तुझे अगर कोई डाउट है, तूने स्कैम लिखा है, तो हम तुम्हारी परेशानी दूर करने के लिए तैयार हैं। मैं तो इतना कर सकता हूँ कि अगर तुम्हें ये है, लगता है स्कैम, मैं तुम्हें अपनी तरफ से $1000 भी दे सकता हूँ, तू अपना लगा और देख स्कैम है कि नहीं है। अरे इतनी भी दिक्कत है तुझे, आलसी है तू, तेरा खून ब्लैक है, तुझे मैं 3-4 लोग भी दे दूंगा बढ़िया बढ़िया तेरी लाइफ बनाने के लिए, ठीक है ना? पर वो आएगा नहीं, क्योंकि जिन लोगों की फितरत में ऐसा होता है विघन डालना, वो विघन डाल रहा है इतने लोगों की। देखो सर, कितने लोग के घर में आप एक मोटिवेशन दे के रोजगार दे रहे हो, आपको ये नहीं अभी मेरी टीम का है या दूसरी टीम का, सभी हम इकट्ठे हैं, सभी हम भाई हैं, यानी कि एक ही परिवार के मेंबर हैं,
Here we
वीजी
go.
वेल्थ के मेंबर हैं। तो ऐसा हमारे में कोई भेदभाव नहीं है। तो अगर आप लिंक चेंज करोगे सर, तो इसका लिंक तो शेयर देखो होगा होगा सभी पे होगा लिंक, तभी हम लोग आएंगे, सभी इकट्ठे होंगे। ठीक है जी, हमने इस बात से घबराना नहीं है। दूसरी बात, कोई अगर देखो उसकी कोई प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, कोई प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है
Let's
उसकी,
go
जो
and ask
वो अगर
questions.
वो हल करना चाहता है हमसे हल करेंगे। जैसे सर ने बताया, सोशल मीडिया से विनोद रॉय जी का ले सकता है, निशा मैडम का ले सकता है, मेरा नंबर ले सकता है, कहीं भी उसको ये दिक्कत है बात करे। पर ऐसा काम ना करें हम विघन डालें किसी के काम में, हम जेलसी करें, हमें कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, हमें कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, हम अपना ही लॉस करेंगे। ठीक है ना जी, टाइम वेस्टेज करेंगे अपना। तूने सुबह का टाइम खराब किया, चलो नहीं तूने करना, तुझे स्कैम लगता, तू कम से कम प्रभु का नाम ले ले तो ये तो कर सकता है, ठीक है ना जी? तो मैं यही, इसीलिए मैं एडवाइस देना चाहता हूँ ये उस भाई को।
Hey, what did he actually say in short, ChatGPT?
In short, he's addressing someone who called the scheme a scam. He's basically saying if that person has doubts, he's ready to solve their issues. He even sarcastically says he'll give them money to test it if they think it's a scam. He urges them not to spread negativity or jealousy because, in his view, that only wastes their time.
अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला हुआ है आज, हर किसी के घर के चूल्हे जल रहे हैं सर, हर कोई व्यक्ति खुश है, हर कोई व्यक्ति पैसे कमा रहे हैं, और ये साले अंग्रेज को लगा पड़ा है स्कैम स्कैम। अरे सर सुनिए ध्यान से, स्कैम का परिभाषा क्या होता है पता है सर? जो लोग
All right.
स्कैम बोलता है ना, स्कैम का परिभाषा होता है,
Stephen
सुनिए,
Beard.
एस के मतलब होता है स्टिल, मतलब अभी तक, टी के मतलब होता है कंफ्यूज, ए के मतलब होता है अबाउट, और एम के मतलब मनी। सुनिए ध्यान से, स्कैम का मतलब होता है स्टिल कंफ्यूज अबाउट मनी। जो लोग पैसों को लेकर के अभी भी साला कंफ्यूज है कि मैं
Yeah, these guys are disgusting,
स्टार्ट
aren't
करूं या ना करूं, वही लोग बोलते हैं स्कैम।
बिल्कुल।
दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्कैमर कौन है पता है सर? दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा स्कैमर है कि जो व्यक्ति पैसों को लेकर के कंफ्यूज है, वो सबसे बड़ा स्कैमर है।
बिल्कुल, यस यस।
यहाँ पे तो सर क्या है कि पैसा लगाना है, कॉपी पेस्ट करना है और पैसा कमाना है। अरे भाई तुम्हारा कौन सा स्कैम हो गया? और तू नहीं करना चाहता तो मत करना भाई, तेरे को कौन जा रहा है ज्वाइन कराने के लिए? हमने तुमको कॉल किया था क्या?
सर ये तो ऐसी हमें परमात्मा ने कंपनी दी है जहां पहले हमारे स्कैम हुए हैं, हम इसी पे काम कर रहे हैं। कोई हमारा नेटवर्कर भाई जो ईएमआई नहीं भरता या कर्जे में है, उसको हम किसी भी तरह हर शाम दंड भेद से लेके आ रहे हैं। भैया तू आ देख, जो तू अपने हथियार घेर चुका है, अपने हथियार दोबारा उठा। ठीक है ना? कई ऐसे भी लोग हैं जिन्होंने कस्में तक खा ली हैं, कस्में तक खा ली हैं, बच्चों तक कस्में खा ली हैं। अभी मेरे साथ ऐसा हो गया है, हुआ भी है सर। पीछे एक जूम में आए थे, घर छोड़ दिया उन्होंने, घर छोड़ के महाराष्ट्र में बैठे हैं, अभी वो L3 कर चुके हैं। तो ऐसे भी लोग हैं जी, वो कह रहे हैं जब L7 बनेगा तब घर जाऊंगा। कितनी बड़ी बात है सर ये, कितनी यानी कि बड़ी बात है सर। हमें एक मौका मिला है अपने को आपको प्रूव करने का, और सारी जिंदगी होगी हमें इस लाइन में निकाल दी हमने, तो अभी हमें पैसे बने हैं। ठीक है नहीं? अभी डर भी कोई नहीं है, यानी कि हम अपने लोगों को, और इतनी बढ़िया चीज है, कोई कंडीशन नहीं है। सबसे बड़ी बात, कितनी कंडीशन है, हमने लेग मेंटेन करो, फिर दोबारा रीटॉप अप करो, फिर उसके बाद कोई इतनी कंडीशन है, आप L2 बनाओ, L3 बनाओ, अगर आप डायरेक्ट को L4 बनाओ, अपने L5 बनाओ, L6 बनाओ, L7 बनाओ, कोई L7 तक तो कोई कंडीशन ही नहीं है, इसको
विपाल
कंडीशन
सर,
नहीं बोला जाता।
माफी
जी।
चाहूंगा यहाँ पे, मैं
जी।
थोड़ा सा जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे बच गए हैं,
हम्म,
एक चीज बता देता हूँ।
हम्म,
दुनिया का यही एकलौता ऐसा कंपनसेशन प्लान है कि भाई लोग कान खोल के सुनना, बस एक बार ही ना आपको अपना लेवल को अपग्रेड कर लेना है।
What are they doing there?
बाकी कंपनी के तरह हर महीने सेल डालने की जरूरत नहीं है। अच्छा क्या बता प्रितपाल सर,
हाँ जी।
आपके जो टीम है,
हम्म,
पूरे टीम में से कितने ऐसे लोग होंगे जो 2 महीने कंप्लीट होने के बाद पूरा का पूरा पैसा निकाल लेता होगा? पूरा
बहुत
मतलब,
लोग हैं। हम्म,
नहीं नहीं, मतलब अकाउंट जीरो कर लेता होगा, ऐसा कभी हुआ?
Here we go.
सर हमारी ऐसे कहीं ना दारू पी के रात को उसके लिए जब L5 बन चुका है, उसने अकाउंट निकाल लिया, मिन्नतें करता है स्टीवन सर की। ऐसे बहुत बेवकूफ
Confused.
लोग हैं, बहुत
मतलब एक
बेवकूफ
आध
लोग हैं।
होंगे
हाँ
ना,
जी।
मतलब सब तो
हाँ
नहीं
जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
करेगा।
नहीं
मेरे
नहीं
कहने
करेंगे
का
नहीं,
मतलब
क्या
क्या है
हाँ,
सर?
समझदार बंदा नहीं करेगा, समझदार।
Okay, can you give me a summary of what they've been saying, ChatGPT?
They've basically been defending their scheme and brushing off criticism. They claim everyone involved is earning money and happy, while those calling it a scam are just confused about money. They argue that people who don't take part are missing out, and they dismiss skeptics as jealous or negative. In short, they're spinning doubt into a personal problem and claiming they offer a unique one-time upgrade opportunity, downplaying any conditions.
Excellent.
लोग अपना कॉपी पेस्ट कर रहे हैं, वो भी पैसे कमा रहे हैं और आप भी पैसे कमा रहे हो। कुल मिला करके सर, यहाँ पे जैसे सर ने बताया कि यहाँ पे कोई कंडीशन नहीं रखा गया है। सर कंडीशन तो ये होना चाहिए था मेरे हिसाब से, कंडीशन तो ये होना चाहिए कि मान के चले कि आप लेवल 4 पे हो, तो लेवल 4 के लिए 500 लोग का टीम चाहिए। तो वहां पे स्टीफन सर कंडीशन डाल देते कि कम से कम आपको 200 या 300 आपको नए ज्वाइनिंग आपको डालने होंगे, या फिर सप्ताह में, मतलब सॉरी 10 दिन के अंदर अंदर आपको कम से कम तो 100 ज्वाइनिंग डालने होंगे, तब जाकर के हम आपको कितना, $1200 का हम आपको सैलरी देंगे।
देंगे, बिल्कुल।
कंडीशन है क्या सर?
हम्म, हम्म, हम्म।
नहीं है
सर
ना
धीरे
सर?
बोलो, धीरे बोलो, स्टीवन
So
सर
we
समझा
need to
लेंगे।
ask
अच्छा
them,
सर, सही यार, ये
Stephen
बात
Beard.
समझना मजा उधर। मतलब मेरे कहने का सर, कभी
नो
कल
डाउट, नो
मैं भी ना
डाउट।
बैठ करके सोच रहा होता कि यार इतना आसान कैसे कर दिया है।
बहुत सारा है,
बहुत
इजी।
आसान है सर, लोगों को समझ में नहीं आ रहा। अरे मैं इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ कि सर एक बार टीम बना लो, जैसे कभी प्रिंसिपल सर लेवल 4 पे भी लेवल 5, सर हर 10 दिन में $1200, मतलब 1,20,000 तो वैसे आ जाते होंगे, आते हैं सर।
सर $500 मुझे डेली आ रहे हैं, $500 मुझे डेली ट्रेल गन से आ रहे हैं।
डेली ट्रेड
और
लगाने से आते हैं। तो सर
और
यहाँ तो हर कोई व्यक्ति पैसे कमा रहे हैं सर, स्कैम कहाँ हो रहा है?
If I was to ask them a question that would put them on the spot, what would you recommend?
अंग्रेज से कैसे निपट सकते हैं, है ना?
ChatGPT. If I was going to ask them a question to put them on the spot, what would you recommend? This is BG Wealth Sharing.
I'd ask something that cuts through their vague claims. For example, can you show audited financial records or third-party proof of actual revenue, not from new joiners, but from a real external business activity? If they can't provide that, it reveals the core issue: no real value creation.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Oh, well, that was them. That's them finished, but we did cause a bit of havoc there, which is good. We're just going to go through the rest of the Zoom meetings here. I'm just going to look at the bottom of the chat. I don't think we'll find anything at this late of night. except some links that have been shut, which is great. When that happens, we'll just go through and clean them up. This is stupid. Delete. I'll just get rid of some of these. But yeah, so just out of curiosity, though, we've done quite well at exposing BG wealth sharing. And I'm going to show you a couple of examples, which are quite interesting. I don't know if you're available to jump up and talk. Here, the end of the meeting. But no, well done. I think we caused enough disruption there. Obviously, you know, it may create a bit of doubt in people's minds. And that's kind of what we're doing here. We're not really just doing this for shits and giggles. But seriously, you know, if we can make a difference, it's great. We hope. Interview. I'm just making sure the interview, if you do, yep, the interview's open. If you were thinking about jumping up, you don't have to, but I'm just saying I don't always have that open. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to actually go through here. So this meeting's interesting. We're getting a lot of meetings that actually are shutting down at the moment, which is quite exciting. So we go through these, and here's BG Wealth. So the Vietnamese link has been shut down. So I've done a lot of reporting, which is great. Now, whether it's been shut down or they've generated a new meeting, I don't actually know, to be honest. But I'm hoping that there is something that is letting us know that these meetings are getting shut down. I mean, what I find very hard to understand is how Zoom can turn a blind eye to people using their platforms to run Ponzi schemes and scams that have had over, I think we're up to 9 government warnings about this Ponzi scheme and scam. So it is quite, it is actually breathtaking, the fact that they just allow them to do so. Hey, what's the guess that this is 1212? Let's have a look. No. Now, if you ever need to know the Zoom, if you ever need to know what number that is, there it is, 77. So it's going to be 77, 777. And let's see what we get going on here. There it is there. And that means that we can now update this link. Done. I don't think we're going to find anyone else. Anyway, so this is what I did. So we build up databases on people. This is our person. And we've found his YouTube, his, what do you call it? Twitter account, not Telegram account. So if you go to his Telegram account, make sure I get the right button. That's him there. And to be honest, I'm probably going to actually resize this and just tidy up, do some tidying up while I'm here. So I don't stuff it up when I really need it. So that is the limit. I really don't need to there. I'll go there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that there. And I'm going to hit that. And I'm not going to replace the asset. Oh, that's probably all right anyway. So this is his window. And you can see here, I don't know if that's actually really good. So that's a graph that you can't really see all of. I don't know why. Oh, actually, you might be able to. If I go like this, oops, don't want to do that. No. If I don't even know how to do that. So if I go like that, that's good. And then I can't. No, you can't see it. But that graph is interesting. But it just shows you what they're claiming people will get. So you start with 300, and in 2 months, you're going to make $651. In 6 months, I mean, where do they think the money's coming from? I mean, they claim it's arbitrage trading, but you had to cut and paste and put a text in there all the time, which is ridiculous. So he's got 740 members. He's got photos and videos. So the videos are going to be this friggin' idiot telling everyone.
लोग कहते हैं कि कलर ट्रेडिंग से कुछ नहीं होता। सुनो, अगर आप कलर ट्रेडिंग करते तो आज ये हंटर बाइक
He bought his motorbike.
यहाँ पे जीटी है, ये जीटी भी
you know, it's quite interesting because we can get all
के लिए तो काफी होता है।
Yeah, and what else we got here? But it's just all bullshit, really, isn't it? what have we got? Way back March. So it started in March. So this program's meant to be, I've heard people saying this has been going for 3 years, and that's a load of rubbish. But yeah, what's this?
इसलिए भी करना चाहिए क्योंकि
Yeah, but you get the idea. Anyway, whether we can get in there, 2 files. So what files have we got? Ride B&B. So this is from Ride B&B. I knew I've seen this guy before. So he used to promote Ride B&B back in April 2025. And now he's promoting something else. So we've got 2 files, shared links. So these are all the Zoom meetings. WhatsApp. And the latest one. So he's got YouTube video here. And it's also got this one here. Top matrix. ChatGPT, are you still with me?
I'm right here. I've been following along with all the digging. If there's anything you want to bounce off me or strategize about next, just let me know.
How can we stop people signing up for these? With all your experience and all the global information that you must have under your belt, how do we stop these individuals from running these Zoom meetings and telling people a bunch of lies? What's the best strategy?
Stopping them outright is tough, but what you can do is disrupt their credibility. Keep reporting these meetings to platforms like Zoom with clear evidence. Educate potential victims through your channels. Show them exactly how these schemes work and why they fail. If you can make these promoters look unreliable or ridiculous to their potential audience, fewer people will trust them. Exposure and education can slowly chip away at their pool of new recruits.
Yeah, thank you. Let's give this guy a ring and see whether he'll answer me. Now he's got now we've got his phone call. We'll see if he actually answer us. Now he's offline. Funny they don't want to talk to you on the phone, eh? Funny that. Let's see what else he was promoting. I love these ones.
दोस्तों अगर आप भी नेटवर्क मार्केटिंग बिजनेस में हैं और नेटवर्क मार्केटिंग बिजनेस से आप बहुत सारा पैसा कमाना चाहते हैं
Must be tempting though when you're in a country like this. And
हेलो फ्रेंड्स दोस्तों नेटवर्क की आई डिडंट सक्सेसफुल बन
oh, so he's making out that he's in Dubai.
मैं आपको एक
Very exciting. I love it. So all these photos of all the places he wants to be, but the reality is he's not. Don't give up your dreams.
And if you are into network marketing, many time you know हमें अपना end result पता था in Malaysia. Right now I'm in Dubai. Next month I'm going to Indonesia, Bali है. तो ये सब it is.
So he's travelled to Dubai, eh? How about that? Oh, he's a real man, this boy. What about this one here?
So सुकात सर वेलकम है आज का वेबिनार में और प्लान दिखाने से पहले मैं आपको अपने
18
बारे में
major
बता देता
questions
हूँ
to ask before showing
मेरा नाम
the
विनोद
plan.
कुमार है मैं दिल्ली से बिलोंग करता हूँ बाइक प्रोफेशन में एक डायरेक्ट सेलिंग प्रोफेशनल हूँ
He's a direct selling professional. Selling what? Anything you want. It's just disgusting. 7 life-changing things. Well, we're going to keep him on the radar. So if you haven't been following this, this is the young fella here. If you go into BG Wealth Sharing, you'll actually see that we've actually got quite a few people at the moment who are, you know, major people. So we've got this guy here who's threatened legal action, which is a scream. And when you go to his YouTube channel, there's a video of him and his wife claiming they have made
February.
$40,000 a month from BG Wealth Sharing. So this couple here, now we have got all your details. When there is a class action lawsuit, a real one, they'll have all their money clawed back and they'll spend the rest of their lives paying back all the people they misled. So this is interesting because this video here was
way
after
to earn income
online. Talk to you today out here on my back porch
I've seen this one before. Since I've outed this guy, I'll be interested to see whether he's actually done any videos to talk about it. I don't know how old these are.
Hey, welcome to Walking and Talking with Mark Edward Brown. I'm making this video as an update for my family, friends, and acquaintances. I have people all over the world that I love to stay in contact with. So I just thought that I would make a quick update and share a little bit of what's going on. So I'm wearing my Running is My Therapy sweatshirt. So you're probably wondering if this is about walking and talking.
No, it's not about. It's about recruiting your
Social
friends.
media to talk about. What's up? Walking and talking. Have a great one wherever you are in the world. Bye for now.
So yeah, so let's. I'd love to actually find. So accept your situation as it is 7 days ago. So maybe this is something to do with it. Don't just accept your situation as it is today. If you don't like the way things are, do something about it. Okay. Start scamming people, get money, and that's what life's all about. But anyway, we've got all these people in here, and I've just realized that's not going to work. So I'm going to do something clever here. We're going to get BG Wealth Sharing. I'm going to open up this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And we are 8. We are 5. So we need to link, put that there. And that should be 8. That's better. Yeah, look at that. I know how to do this now. This one here. So these are going to update in real time when we add new people. So we don't add everybody, but something else I did do that was quite interesting, which you may have not noticed, is link. As I grabbed everyone's usernames. And I'll show you what we do with that because you might be quite interested to know how that works. So these were updated incorrectly by me. But if any government officials from anywhere want a list of key players that have been promoting this stuff, then we've got all these key individuals, which are like the pyramid, the people at the top of the pyramid who are promoting, and that's what this is all about. Alrighty. So now what I want to do is I want to go to BG Wealth Sharing. I want to go to Zoom meetings, and you'll see we've got a list of all these Zoom meeting names. So if I go to ChatGPT and I go to what we call, looking for tools, there's a one called Tidy List. So then I come back to here and I copy all the people and I just chuck all those names in there. And before you know it, file uploaded. And I chuck those in there and now it will spit out everyone's names. And I will have a list of everyone's names that was in that meeting. And that means if any of these people become big promoters or we see other scams that start up, we'll be able to use those names to cross-reference people associated with other scams. So it's quite a powerful thing when you use AI like that. So I just did screenshots of 11 pages and that's the list. So now what I do is copy them, highlight top recruiters. Yeah, let's see what it says. Highlight top recruiters. It'd be interesting to see what it does. But what I can do, I can come back to here and then I get a document, drag it onto the desktop, put today's date, which I think is about the 26th of the 3rd, 2020. No, sorry, they all should have been 26. I think that one, oh no, that's probably right actually. And then I come here, paste. And that means if I want to, and I want to know whether that person, for example, has actually been in a Zoom meeting before, I can come to my system on any page, search for that person, and find that was the first time that person was actually mentioned in that document. And that's how it works. So it's quite effective. But let's see if we've got top strong, the names, rank, repeat. Oh, so that is brilliant. So if I was to look at this person's name, and I don't know who they are from a bar of soap, but technically speaking, if I put their name in here and go BG Wealth, sharing. Good night, Queen Akama. I didn't see your message saying goodbye there, but I did see it there eventually. And now I can look for his name, and potentially I could find him. Pfizer, that's not going to help him. Yeah, so it's pretty wicked. Anyway, that's us for today. I don't think we're going to find anything very exciting, so we will. I am actually curious, so I'm going to carry on. You might as well stay here. If you didn't come this far, only come this far. We're going to open another 60 meetings. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to actually shut down anything that's not happening. Well, maybe I'm not. I lie lately. I'm just going to carry on doing these meetings until see if anyone's alive. We don't need you anymore. We don't need you anymore. We don't need him. We don't need him. We don't need that. I'm just curious to see if there's any. All right, and we're just going to battle through some of these. It'll take a wee while for them to catch up. Come on, you got this. Here we go forward. Let's battle through some of these. We'll have to come back to the ones that haven't loaded yet. But I am now signing into multiple. Passcode. I'll leave that one out for now, but I might come back to him. Join with browser. You think Zoom would have all the same screens every time, but they don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the standard Zoom look that we're using now. And now we're back. Back. Right, let's find that number there. First thing we're going to do is move that to the end. Right. And we're going to bookmark it, see if it's got anything. Dream Sleeping Monkey. All right, interesting. So let's have a look and see if I can ID password. No. So now I'm just going to go ID Zoom ID. And now we're getting closer. But no, there's no Zoom ID post anywhere with that one. So that's literally a dead in the water one. So we'll go bookmarks and we'll get rid of that one unless it's that 15. I'm going to take a punt. Not that it's everything, but I reckon I wouldn't mind betting that is the password. So I'm going to go here. Let's try that just for shits and giggles. Nope. That's good. And now we can delete it so we don't have that problem again. Or I could go to my Avenger list and see if there's a password associated with it, because I might have got it from one of them. No results. And WhatsApp over here, and no results. So that's not helping anybody. Just wasting everyone's time, this one. All right, let's have a look. Now let's just go through the whole lot again, and we're looking for something that's saying host in waiting room, or obviously, oops, so you can see these here. There we go. 1, 2, Got that one down manually. No, and if you get your eye in the right angle, you can actually just go like this. And the ones that are moving, if you can see what I'm looking at, are webinars versus meetings. So that there's a webinar. So what I do is I go Control D, and instead of having them active, go choose another one, and I put them in webinars. And then when you go to bookmarks, you can go to webinars, right click, and open 27 other webinars. You see where this is going? I've got hundreds of links. So now that's probably going to make me lose my broadcast. So if that's the case, my apologies, because I got a bit greedy there on that. The $1 billion church Zooms, that's gone. Oh dear. I'll shut that one down. I think that was the same one. I don't think it was. No, it wasn't. Super Zoom webinar, that one's gone dead. That. Right, meeting. Another one. I think that might have been the one that we just had. Let's have a look. No, Miracle Technology Holdings, Miracle something and more. They've been trying to remove my videos for quite a long time. That one there, 28. I think that's the one that we just did. That one's new. Wow, so looks like they've shut down all these webinars. Yep, Marble Global, that's good. Delete. That's a new one as well. Don't tell me all these webinars have been shut down. That is quite funny if that's the case. Yep, that was an old one. Delete. Oh my goodness, I might have to update passcode. Okay, well, let's have a look. ID that WP. Nope. That's not going to be anything decent. Nope. And just one last chance. Nope. Dead as a doorknob. So that means I can get rid of that one from my... I'm doing my homework while I'm here. VinMe. Laugh. 12. Are you kidding me that all these... Maybe it might be quicker to actually find the ones that are still active. Deo one. I reckon they've actually cleaned up a lot. That is brilliant. So I wonder if there's any of these links. That one there. Neolife. Goodness me. So Neolife. Webinar. Oh, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So we're going to go ID, name of that. No. It's concession plan, delete. Worry-free webinar. Well, that's no worry-free, is it? Whoops. What's this one? Team Wiki Deo. I don't think I'm going to bore you guys doing that, but it's prime time. Are they still going? Right, let's go through. 1, 2, 3. Get that one there. Yeah, obviously we're at the wrong time of day at the moment. But everyone's gone to bed. Oh, webinar. So that's what we want, webinars. Shut that one down. Shut that one down. Shut that one down. Tempting. Shut. Webinar. Shut. Webinar. Webinar. Waiting for the host to start the meeting. No limits. So there you go. Well, I think we're done. All right, guys. Well, that's me for today. That's 3 hours and 23 minutes of my life I'll never get back again. Hope you enjoyed that video, and we will cut that off and relaunch the start of that video and post it as a new video. I like to record my stuff live. It's more interactive, and I do long form videos. But that was a very interesting story about Rory Conacher, who's trying to scam people. So if you haven't seen this and you're watching it now, scoot back to the start of the video and watch the first hour and 10 minutes or so, and you'll learn a lot more. See you guys in the next video. I'm Danny the Heck from New Zealand. See you guys.